tuned in to Guerilla Cross Radio. Yo, you tuned in to Guerilla Cross Radio.
Yo, what's up, and welcome to another episode of Unnamed Sports Show right here on Guerilla Cross Radio, streaming live on GuerillaCross.com, broadcasting live from downtown Las Vegas on Fremont Street in the Guerilla Cross Radio studio. I'm your host, Quan59. We got a dope show for you today, a lot to talk about. My man Dave said it's going to be a 3-hour show. But
oh, no, he did not.
Negative.
No, you said it looked like it's going to be a 3-hour show.
No, it did look like it would be a 3-hour show.
Yeah.
But Steve's not here, so we can put it in a type hour 45.
We can rein this thing in.
Shout out to Steve. He might be calling from the kids' basketball court.
I'm going to tell you right now, if I hear those pages turning, you got to hang up on him.
Immediately say
Steve
crank
got the
caller.
notes.
Crank caller.
My man Death Star Dave sporting the Thunder gear, which
That's right.
almost didn't happen because they almost didn't make the playoffs, but
Well,
they
hey,
did. They squeaked
You
in.
know what?
They squeaked in as the 4th seed.
Russ
not 4th seed.
Russ and PG made it happen. They are the 4 seeds.
They are the 4th seed.
They're the 4 seed.
Yes,
Yep.
that's what I was like. Wait, what?
That's how crazy the West was.
Am I
Oh, wow.
tripping?
2 games up on the Nuggets, who did not make the playoffs.
Crazy.
What
Crazy.
a great race.
That still hurts.
And speaking of great races, we have Todd Levy in the building. He raced up here and got here last.
Project Neon wasn't that bad. I heard about.
You've heard the Project Neon horror stories.
Where were you coming from? It wasn't bad.
Only
today,
from one
though.
direction.
It wasn't too bad, but where were you coming from today?
North 95.
See, no, that does not count.
Yeah,
that
that's
is
not
not the
Project
Project Neon that
Yeah,
I'm
that
talking
ain't Project Neon. That's Project Late.
Yeah. And I'll let you introduce him, Dave.
Introduce who? Wings Williams?
Wings Williams.
Project Neon himself?
That's horrible. So horrible.
Listen, Dave gave you those those
Hey,
nicknames.
both those
so.
names fit.
I'm growing a list of names. I will say that. In the beginning, it was like Junkyard Pup, and now I have my own.
You definitely
my own
have
names.
Yeah,
to
you
stand
definitely
on.
have the most nicknames.
And you earned them. You earned everyone.
You've broke the record for most nicknames in a youth convention.
Listen, Project Neon is a great nickname.
Hey, I like it. That's not bad. Look,
It's
anything
very-
with neon is pretty strong.
Yeah, they have to keep it Vegas themed, right?
And speaking of Vegas, we're wearing some Vegas gear. We're going to be talking about hockey today. Tonight, I mean. We're doing the night show, man. How do you guys feel about the nighttime?
The night show for the Knights.
Man, I feel like, exactly, it's the primetime night show with a K. I feel like we have a little more energy at night. What do you guys
Oh, I love
How
it.
do you guys feel?
I love it so much.
I love it so much. Things we won't be talking about tonight is the Masters, because Tiger didn't win. Major League Baseball, even though there was brawls, a lot of people got suspended. We're not going to be talking about that.
The Mets are 10-1.
We're
Give some
definitely not
love.
talking about that.
We are not talking about that.
Unfriended.
And we definitely won't be talking about Tristan Thompson cheating on Khloe Kardashian
yes.
right before she gives birth
Who
today.
cares?
Yes, we
So
will.
we
Yes,
won't be
we will.
talking about that either.
Who cares?
It's not even, is it his kid?
It's his kid, and he induced that labor. Stress induces labor.
Wow.
Hold on, I did hear one great joke, so I will
so
say it
we
on
are
that
talking
one.
about it.
It's his cheating episode is the only time he's ever properly handled a double team. Bang!
Wow.
Tristan Thompson sucks.
Wow.
Bang bang. That's pretty.
That's
strong.
all I got.
That's pretty strong.
That's are bad. But we do have a lot of NBA to talk about. We're going to
Oh,
talk about the
man.
playoff matchups, which just got finalized last night. We'll be talking about,
So crazy.
and we'll give our predictions for each match in this round. A lot of coaching, firings going on, a lot of different things going on with that. NFL, we're going to be talking about Colin Kaepernick. He's back in the news a little bit. Reuben Foster, man, leave your hands off the ladies. And we got some WWE we're going to be talking about. I know Dave's excited about that.
WrestleMania.
That's right.
I didn't watch.
I grew up white trash. I earned this.
but I did. I
Wait,
did.
say that again?
I didn't watch
Wow.
because what was on Sunday? I feel like something else was going on.
Masters?
Nothing.
Thank you. I was watching the Masters.
The Masters
Masters
was
in the
not on
morning.
at 6 o'clock at night.
What else was on?
WrestleMania had 5
There was-
hours
there
that
was
you could have
something
caught
else.
up.
No, there was something.
Anytime.
Very true. That is the other
Yeah, no
reason I don't
excuse.
watch anymore.
It was
like,
it was way too
It's
long.
like, all right, all right. We're on marathon status at this point.
For
WrestleMania.
oh, that's
Too
you meant for
long.
the Masters.
Nah, marathons are way shorter.
Exactly.
They definitely could cut it a lot.
They can
A
trim the
lot.
fat a little bit.
A
Yeah.
lot.
The fight that I went to was a little too long. Like it was like, yo, this is 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah. Well,
all right.
And WrestleMania is a lot longer than that.
Yes.
Exactly.
They could actually have 2 days worth of WrestleMania.
I like that you called it
That's
a
a
fight,
rumor.
though.
That's a rumor.
Oh,
Rumor
really?
is they're talking about splitting it up. They'll do the NXT one day and then 2 days of WrestleMania.
Or
Okay.
just
That is
no
rumored.
or just no NXT.
Actually,
Whoa,
people
whoa.
said
How
NXT
dare
was
you?
better than
How
WrestleMania.
dare you? NXT was far better than WrestleMania. NXT was 3 hours of nonstop greatness. There was not a
Greatness.
bad moment on that
But
show.
there's no they're like the prom like look, I am a promo guy and these dudes can't talk anymore. They just can't. I will say
No, NXT has a couple talkers.
I will say get these hands. That dude,
Braun Strowman,
he was pretty good.
he's a monster.
He was pretty good. Like he had like I was quite amped up when I was at the elimination chamber. That was pretty good.
But isn't the point of I don't watch, but NXT is the minor league to come up to,
Well, it's all guys they either bring up or it's indie guys.
so they're still
it's-
honing their skills, and part
Yeah.
of wrestling is the interview and the promo
and
the
that's
talking.
part of what they do.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, some of those guys go in there, like they put Nakamura in there because he came over not speaking that much English, picked up a lot more as he came along. Other guys that they thought maybe couldn't do that or just needed to be built up to a bigger stage,
Get to a persona.
they do that.
But I just feel like the personalities, the personas now, they're just not that good. Like everybody sounds the same. Like I'll put it to you like this, Dave. Even okay, so when we were younger, everyone sounded different. Everyone had a different shtick. But even if you go back as early as the what generation is that? The last one, the most recent one.
Generation Z.
No. Dave knows what I'm talking about. He's just
Are
gonna.
you
have
trying
the-
to say like the
he-
Attitude Era
Thank
stuff
you,
and stuff
thank
like
you.
that?
Okay, thank you.
That's
The
a little
Attitude.
ways back.
The-
That's
well-
like 20 years ago now.
It
Wow.
is. It is. But then what was after the Attitude Era? It was the Cena era, really.
Yeah, that
And-
was a lot of it, but I mean that's some of the darker times. So.
I know, but as far as in the Attitude Era, there were still a lot of different a lot of personalities. You know, The Rock was great, Stone Cold was great, but then you go WCW and they still had NWO and
But
NWA.
see, you're taking some of the stuff like that. I don't want to go off on wrestling too long, but I would say if you were bored by WrestleMania or any of the other stuff or have complaints about it, watch that last NXT show and then get back to me. If you ever liked wrestling in your life,
Okay.
if you don't like that, you can come back and say you're crazy. I will give you a 100% guarantee you will not say that.
I love wrestling, so even just watching it, I still get into it. But it's just there's just not
They set that show up
they don't-
so well.
Yeah.
It's so old school setup. I mean,
Okay.
it's no Vince McMahon influence. This all happens like off his watch.
Oh. Okay.
So it's like Triple H makes it. I will tell you, anybody who likes wrestling, it's worth your time.
do you did you watch Glow?
Did I watch the show Glow or
Mhm.
Glow itself? Because
No.
I could say yes to both.
Okay. All right, that's my guy. I was
You could have
I
just
was-
answered like
I
that.
was gonna ruin him if he didn't watch Glow. You didn't watch Glow.
Definitely.
I thought you said you didn't watch Glow.
Definitely watched it.
It was good.
Talking about the series, right?
Yeah.
I did not watch the series, but I'm very familiar
Please
with
watch the
the
series.
show.
I told you to watch the series.
Well,
So I'm a little
come on.
disappointed.
I have to sell the misses on it these days.
No, it's great.
It's easy.
It's
All
no,
right.
no,
That's an
it's,
easy sell. It's not
that's
all
a good.
about
That's a
wrestling.
good sell just
Do you watch
for women
everything
as well.
together?
We watch most of our shows together.
But I would say
Aw.
it's definitely a good show
Oh,
for
sweet.
it's definitely a good show for women.
It's good for women too. Like it's funny, but then it has a lot of
Almost
female-
everybody in it is women
No, it's a female show
and made by women.
Yeah, no, because it's made by the same
I
women
was
that made.
definitely trying to sell it, even though I didn't see it. Like during the Andre documentary, I'm like, well, if you want to watch more wrestling, I heard this stuff. I heard this
Bad-
Netflix
bad
show's
sell.
really
That's
good.
Bad
not
sell.
how you do it.
That's
I'll tell you how
It'll
to do
work.
it.
You
Did
could do
she
better.
did she watch Orange Is the New Black?
No.
All right, well, there's that.
Yeah.
The women that made Orange Is the New Black made Glow.
Got it.
So speaking of women, what you guys think about Ronda? Made her WWE debut.
Way better than I was worried she was going to be. I mean, it wasn't great. Every time I see Kurt Angle now, I'm like, please stop. Please go away. You can barely stand up.
Oh,
So it made me like scared watching that. But
Kurt.
when I saw her actually move around, it wasn't good, but it was way better than I expected.
see, and they were saying on Bleacher Report that it was like one of the best
Because
you
they're
know-
promoting. her.
Well, plus the crowd
no.
was way into it.
Well,
crowd
it
was there.
Well, no, it wasn't so much that they were promoting it. They were basically saying it wasn't like it was a celebrity trying to wrestle.
True.
Like it was like she looked.
She was way past
She
that.
looked like she was an actual wrestler. My
well,
only
the fact
thing,
that she's a real fighter, I think
Yeah.
that helps out
Yeah.
a lot.
well, but see, my whole thing with her is honestly, she needs to fight guys. like she needs to go for the Intercontinental because
They won't do that anymore.
But do you understand what I'm saying? Like for her to fight, like unless she's fighting 2 women at once, like I'm never actually gonna take that serious. Like I just can't.
They have shareholders. They have families. There's no way. You notice like everything Triple H did to her was like a setup
Yeah.
to doing something. He never actually did something. They're not going to do like the smaller promotions do and have men fight women anymore. That will never happen. That will never happen. It's a bad look.
Yeah.
It's a bad
I
look
guess-
in corporate America.
I guess it's a Me Too era. See,
I
That's
mean,
all right.
yeah. I mean,
But-
Reuben
but-
Foster has 3 felonies because of.
but I mean,
hitting
Who's he
women.
play? Who's Reuben Foster play for?
It doesn't matter.
nobody
Oh, okay.
anymore. Nobody.
Should
Oh
we
no,
go
he
off of
does.
those rooms?
He's still on the
Oh
roster.
wait,
mate.
is he on
He's still
the
49.
the Niners?
That's fine.
The home by the bay?
Yeah.
Or
Name one team in the
kinda
NFL
interior.
that hasn't had this problem on their team.
Oh,
Wait,
God.
the
Next
Redskins
question.
haven't had any.
I promise
Hold on.
they have.
First off, the
No.
Redskins by themselves
Just-
are an issue just by the name.
Just stop at
All right,
Redskins.
let's get back to WWE real quick. What did you watch it?
I watched a little bit of it after I figured out how to log into the WWE app that
The app was acting
that
weird.
Quan
that
put
night.
on my phone.
That's my boy right there. He's getting better. He's learning the ways.
He's learning.
He's learning the ways.
No, I thought Rousey was like not technically great, but I saw like the potential, and she was like very fast, like in
Yeah,
speed, you know.
She
So-
showed that she could be good.
Yeah, she did.
My problem was watching her do the arm bars, like, but fake them when you know she can do them in real life.
No.
She's not used to that yet.
Well, they said like I didn't even watch it, but they were saying that Stephanie McMahon got out of it, and I'm like, no. See, on that alone, I'm like
They're-
already very very.
They're not there
disappointed.
yet. But I will tell you, I'm calling it right now. Next year's WrestleMania main event will be Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair.
Definitely.
The actual
I
main
did watch-
event going on last.
I did watch
That
the
will close
Charlotte
the show.
Flair match.
Charlotte's great.
She's good. She's really good.
She really impressed me. She was really good. That was a good match.
Yeah.
I mean, this is someone who hasn't watched wrestling in probably 12 years. And I was really impressed.
Yeah.
Small little side note, her entrance there, the way that she came out with those dudes, the only reason they did that is at WrestleMania 30, which was last in New Orleans, she was one of the girls that did that for Triple H's entrance.
Interesting.
So they
okay.
showed basically in 4 years,
Oh,
she went here to
Yeah,
there.
and I
Wow.
I love her father, so like
Oh,
I
of
just
course,
wanted
who
to watch
doesn't?
that.
love Rick.
But she's good. I mean, she really
She
is
was
good.
really good.
And what's her name?
Asuka?
Asuka. Yeah.
Oh, that was the little Asian girl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Asuka,
she
she's
was-
one of those that, like, I've seen her wrestle many times now, and there's a few times when she goes throw a punch and kicks, it's like, girls better get their hands up because teeth are coming out
Listen,
because she's not pulling it.
She had no business, no business beating whoever that big model girl at Elimination Chamber.
Who,
I
Nia
was like,
Jax?
I don't know who. Yes, I think so. Listen.
Yeah, I was
okay,
there. That was who it
This
was.
big girl was legit a linebacker in the NFL right
Yeah.
now. Like her brothers right now are what's his name
But listen, it's
from Notre
WWE.
Dame.
Yeah,
Uh,
she's Rock's family. She's in that. She's in the whole
Is she-
bloodline.
is she in
yeah,
the-
she's a cousin.
It's all right. I certain
It's all
things,
right.
certain things. I'm just like it doesn't pass the smell test.
And then what was up with John Cena and Undertaker?
That was awful, but I mean, you can't hurt Cena's. He's Cena's a made man forever now. It doesn't matter.
Why does everyone always say that?
He doesn't need to be in the WWE anymore.
He doesn't. But
He's over there making
he's-
movies
He's
now.
popping
It was
back
just
around.
it just didn't make
Looking,
a lot
I'm
of
looking
sense.
forward to C blockers.
He
though.
makes bad movies now.
I don't know.
That one looks-
blockers, the
that-
blockers look
it's-
strong.
Word on that is good.
Blockers.
Really?
You don't think it looks
It
good?
looked bad to me.
I don't think it made money, but
No, it
might
hasn't come
be
out
good.
yet, Todd.
It's out. It's out.
Is it out?
Yeah.
Oh dang! All right, I
Exactly.
gotta go see it.
Yeah, hurry
Josh
up.
isn't just
before they
late to
pull
the
it.
show. He's late to everything pop culture.
That's all right. Listen, okay. The simple fact that Quan's able to run this studio, drive, lift, and Uber, and still function. God bless you, sir. Because I'm over
works.
here struggling.
Being single gives you a lot of time.
And next up,
You almost had me. Almost. You almost.
we're gonna wrap up wrestling with an amazing documentary that happened on HBO. Andre the Giant. Did you get the chance to watch that yet?
Not yet, because it came out what
It was
yesterday.
Sunday,
Tuesday.
Tuesday. I mean,
Tuesday,
Wait, was it
okay.
Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Okay, I
Okay,
was
Tuesday.
I was in LA. I didn't have access. I'll
Oh,
watch
yeah.
it tonight.
Because mobile devices don't travel.
I'm not watching it on my phone. That's even worse.
I agree. Wait
Yeah.
till you have a big screen.
Thank
I watched it on here.
Yeah, all right.
You know what? I meant to have it playing in the background during the
I actually
show.
watched it on my iPad.
That's not as bad. Watching it on a phone, like
I watched WrestleMania on my tablet.
I'll watch something that's like I have to watch. Like I watch sports on my phone because it's like I've got nothing else. But if it's something where it's like you can be patient and watch it and enjoy it.
Honestly,
I'll
get a
wait.
tablet. It makes all the difference in the world.
It
While you're
really
watching stuff
does,
like that.
especially nowadays.
It'll just be dead. It'll be dead. I have like 3 of them right now. They're never charged, and I don't know how to use any of them.
You talk about Todd and his technology.
No, listen. I got 2 of those things for free, and I still don't know how to use them. Like, I'll pull it
Wow.
out, and I'm like, still don't know how to use this thing.
she said.
So,
Hey,
Terrible.
sometimes you
I
gotta
mean,
pull
what
it
you
out.
guys think? Andre the Giant, I think I learned some stuff I didn't know about him.
No, a ton of like little things.
Yeah. But I've
Just-
seen some Andre the Giant documentaries before. I mean,
Yeah.
he was obviously growing up in the 80s watching wrestling.
He was growing up.
he's-
Yeah.
He just kept growing.
Never stopped.
What was this one? What was your take on this one, Todd?
I just really liked it. It's just I got a chance to watch it with my wife and my nephew, and who aren't really wrestling fans, and just to show that, I was watching when I was his age or younger. I was like watching this happen when they were talking about. I don't want to ruin too much, but they have
okay.
a big thing about all the smaller federations in the United States and
Yes.
the regionals.
Before the WWE.
Yeah,
like,
it came
F
in
really
and
came
how
together.
Vince was making the deals with the cable and how like it became, the what it's known now as, nationally. And it was just really cool just seeing everything come together and seeing Hulk and Ric Flair and a lot of other people really close to Andre Giant share like really intimate stories. Sometimes a little too intimate maybe.
I
But-
don't even know if it was so much that. I thought it was really good. I thought some of the hype on it overrated it a little too much for me. And also for me, there was way too much Hulk Hogan for a guy that like people that know wrestling know Andre was not a friend. And Hulk Hogan is in like 20% of this documentary.
You said Andre was not a friend of Hulk?
Yeah, Andre did not like Hulk.
No, well, I feel like if I remember right, he was basically like Hulk's getting a lot of this push and he doesn't deserve it.
Well,
it's,
he
it's
also
a
helped-
lot of Hulk. It's a lot
it
of
shows
Hulk.
how he helped,
He
helped push Hulk
yeah.
into being what they knew he needed to be, even if he
Yeah.
liked him or not. I think Andre the Giant cared about wrestling more than anything, and helped, even though he might not have liked Hulk, he helped that push to get Hulk Hogan where he was.
For
But
Dave,
I think-
Dave, I'm gonna chest Dave right quick. For Dave, what happened on the famous body slam?
On the famous body slam? You mean when Andre like had to walk up, he had to
No. What happened? What happened to Hulk? This is a test.
what happened to Hulk?
Yep. Like real, not like figurative.
He get like a hernia or something?
See, doesn't even know. I'm a Hulk fan. Hulk
Oh,
tore his
yeah.
bicep.
Oh.
He tore his bicep.
Okay, did you believe that from Hulk? Because that's the other problem I have with that. Hulk Hogan is a liar 100% of the day.
Wow.
he hates Hulk.
He is
Hulk
nonsense.
is my
but
man.
Hulk Hogan tells
still
lies
take my
constantly.
vitamins.
In most of the other documentaries, when he talks about Andre, he talks about Andre like after WrestleMania 3 that like Andre died the next day. It's
He
like
did.
Andre died years later. They wrestled twice more. Actually, more than twice more if you count tag team matches. It's just so much Hulk in there. It's like every time I see a Hulk story, it's like this probably isn't true. I see a Ric Flair story, I'm like, nah. If
That's-
Rick said I saw him drink 106 beers, Rick saw him drink
He
106
saw.
beers.
I was there because I
trust
drank
me,
80.
Rick was trying. Rick would try to keep up. Hulk is, he's nonsense.
You just don't like Hulk. Why don't
No.
you like Hulk?
Hulk was always terrible.
I loved Hulk.
Hulk was necessary, but he was terrible.
Definitely necessary.
Hulk. Look, listen. There wouldn't be a lot of wrestling.
I agree.
It wouldn't be where
that's
it's
why
at
I
at
said
all.
necessary. Necessary.
Wouldn't be where it's at all.
Never was a fan.
Man,
That's horrible.
I was a fan, Josh.
Thank you.
I was a fan.
Like, who
Dave-
didn't want to be? He was the one kid in the crowd that didn't want to be a Hulkamaniac.
Oh, you
kidding?
like
I loved-
literally,
I loved
when
Million Dollar
I'm born,
Man,
when I,
Mr.
when born,
Perfect.
like, see, he liked
That
the
was my
heels.
dudes.
He was
That's
a
right.
heel.
Surprise.
Like,
I mean,
as he grew up to
he
be a
was a
heel,
heel.
he grew up to
Bobby
be a
the Brain
heel.
Heenan was the best. If you were in the Heenan family, you have my vote.
But in WCW days when NWO was coming
Yeah.
popular with Hall and Nash, who Dave loved,
Okay,
and Hollywood Hulk came out, Dave was really torn for a while.
Yeah,
Oh,
that would
alright.
hurt. That would hurt because it's like, oh man, this was such a. I remember watching this at. We watched Bash at the Beach at Frank's aunt's house. Shout out to Concha. And when that happened, I was like, I can't believe this actually just happened. What is going on? It's like, man, do I have to cheer for Hulk Hogan?
Yes, you do. When Hulk
Nah, I still didn't.
when Hulk spray painted the belly,
Still didn't. He
it was real.
garbage.
It was too
Yeah.
real.
He was a good bad guy. I liked him better when he turned bad.
No,
was good.
I was happy when he came. Look, when he came back to the red and gold, and he still had the like lightning boots and the pants. I was like, yes, good. We can't do the Speedos anymore. I'm too old. I can't see that this is cool anymore.
It was never cool. The Speedos were never cool.
Hey, I had a gold pair of Speedos when I was young. Dead
All right,
serious.
maybe
Too much.
Hey, I was like 8.
So
7.
you need,
That's way too old to have gold Speedos.
so watch
Real quick.
watch it.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Yo, if you guys are tuned in to Facebook Live, please share the Facebook Live. If you're listening on the podcast, make sure you subscribe on iTunes, Google Play. Tune in. We're going to be on Spotify soon. YouTube, if you want to watch the video replay, you can do that also. And follow us on all social media at Guerilla Cross. Hashtag us Unnamed Sports Show. And download the Guerilla Cross app. It's free. So make sure you go get that. If you want to call in and talk about anything we're talking about, hit us up 702-608-3259. We want to hear from you. We want to talk to you. If your name is Steve, we're not answering the phone. So yeah. So yeah, watch. If you haven't watched the documentary, make sure you go watch it. It really is a good documentary. You get to see him in some movies. I didn't know he was Sasquatch in $1 Million Man.
$6 million. Yeah, that was
$6
that.
million.
That I learned from that. That's
Yeah.
definitely one thing I
okay.
picked up.
As far as Andre was?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That's before the days of CGI, man. When you needed a
Wait,
Sasquatch, you had to find the biggest guy
you
available.
Need,
Get
you
a
need a
big
big man? Got to go find a giant,
Yeah,
a real
exactly.
giant.
He was manhandling that tree though. in that-
Yeah,
that
yeah.
scene.
I'm not sure why the tree was necessary, but he handled it.
They just asked him, like, can you grab a tree and swing
Feels
it around?
like the tree was an impediment, not really a help.
That's so crazy.
Also, noticed that the $6 million man, just Steve Austin himself, just ran away.
He's like,
Ran
nope,
away.
this isn't acting. This is real. That man's insane.
What movie was he in, Josh?
What movie? Andre?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
What?
I'm sorry.
Get out of here.
I'm sorry. You can't
terrible.
look. I'm not gonna be Steve and give you 8 seconds of build up. If
Space
it's
Jam,
not
Michael
coming
Jordan.
to me, if it's not
Steve Jam,
coming to
Michael
me,
Jordan, that's
Steve
it.
Star-
I saw that movie.
If it's not coming to me, I'm gonna just let you know. Like,
Steve starts
I
sweating,
don't
turns
know.
Where's
red.
Monique?
I don't
Where's
remember.
Monique?
I don't remember.
Give him Monique
That's
for this
fine.
one.
What
He'll
was
know.
it? What
He'll
was
know
it?
what movie Hulk Hogan was in. Though.
Oh, that's right. Come on. That's No Holds Barred.
There you go.
That's my movie.
You know
Featuring who?
No Holds Barred
over Rocky.
But you
III.
don't know.
over. You went No Holds Barred over Rocky 3, and you also went No Holds Barred over Princess Bride.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
What was the other one? What was
Princess Bride is one of my favorite movies to this
It's a
day.
classic movie.
it? You
To
hate
this
Hulk.
day.
What are you doing?
Hulk is garbage.
He gave you one of
I've
your
never
favorites.
seen Princess Bride.
I have, but it doesn't beat No Holds Barred.
What? I'm glad you changed topic.
Anything that has
I'm going to mute your mic out.
Disappointed in you.
I've got Monique. I can do what I want
We
now.
have way too much NBA to talk about today, so we're going to get to the NBA because there's a lot going on.
It's the best.
Playoffs start Saturday, the second season. Is it just me, or did this season go by super quick?
No, it took long.
Oh, no. It took
Really?
a long time.
Long time.
Well,
always
that's because
a
you were
long
waiting for John
season.
Wall to come back like the whole year.
Seriously, it was long. It was a long road.
You know who
Well,
wasn't
he's
waiting for
back.
John Wall to come back the whole year?
This guy.
All the rest of the Wizards.
Oh god.
Wow.
Oh.
Now
Am I
they get,
wrong?
Now they get to have the ball.
Everybody eats.
Right. And everybody loses.
And nobody,
together.
nobody was eating when John Wall was out.
Yeah.
They
ate for like a
Had,
week.
yeah, they had
We
5
had
or
a
6
week.
good games, and then after that, they just weren't playing very good at all.
Look.
If they had a better coach than Scott Brooks, this probably wouldn't be a problem.
Well, no. Look, listen. Like I said, the bench actually got better because of John not being there. But at the same time, now that John's back, now the rotations are terrible, and all those guys that got all that extra time, now they're back to getting 2 minutes a game, and it's like you got to figure out a way.
And trust me, Scotty Brooks does not
He's
know how
not
to
gonna
stagger
figure it-
minutes.
he's not
he
gonna
does not
figure
know
out a
how to
way.
stagger minutes.
He does it.
And we're gonna jump into that matchup.
How's the format? How are we going to do this?
I'm first. Wizards Raps is first.
I'm just scrolling.
It's a one.
through.
It's a 1-8
It's a
matchup.
1-8.
Might as
I
well.
guess- I guess it
so
could be.
we have the Toronto Raptors, got the 1 seed. Washington Wizards had a chance to get a better seed a couple times. Lost to the Orlando Magic in their last game.
Who had their coach fired early this
Who
morning?
had
before
their
we even
coach
woke
fired.
up.
They fired the coach right after their win.
Good job, coach.
Good
You're
job.
out.
Good night.
Good job. Thanks for that win, and you're fired. And my prediction is there's going to be a lot more coaches fired. Scott Brooks will be the first playoff coach fired.
He will not.
I guarantee he will.
Look.
How long is his contract?
His contract's like another 3 years.
Oh,
Yeah, he's not getting fired. Look,
He's getting fired.
the only reason that
if
they
they go
didn't-
out in the first round, he's getting fired.
no,
Well, they're going out in the
guarantee
first
it.
round.
it's the first round to the number 1 seed.
That doesn't matter. You
To the
shouldn't be an
sec-
8th
He
seed.
won't get fired.
I
He won't
thank
get
you.
fired.
guarantee he's going to get
He
fired.
won't not be
You
fired.
have the excuse of Wall being out for a good chunk of the year
Exactly.
and out of shape when he wasn't out.
And hurt before he didn't
Yeah.
sit out. So I mean, he's not going to get fired. Now, what I will say will get him fired though is he's been calling out the team, and then the team still plays flat. So it's like, but the Wizards don't make the right decision.
Listen,
just like the
they're
Redskins,
not getting
so-
any players. They're not getting any trades. Anytime a team's struggling like that, it's either you're signing free agents, you're trading players. They have no one to trade, really.
And John Wall's contract and Otto Porter's contract.
The only thing to do,
locked
the only thing to do,
Untradeable.
the only thing to do is to fire the coach. And I think that's what's going to happen if they don't do good in this first round matchup. And you're saying it's the 1 seed. Yeah, Toronto was the 1 seed. Washington was predicted to be top 3 at the beginning of the season.
No, we were.
They fell to 5 and 6, and we're like, all right, they'll get in at 6. And they fell all the way to 8th. Now, if Detroit Pistons didn't just totally stop playing the last month and a half of the season, Wizards might not have even made the playoffs. That's how that
True.
So something needs to be changed in Washington because they're going downward. They're not. I mean, I don't know any trades they can make.
What coach? What coach out there outside of Fizdale is worth even hiring? We talked about this earlier, and I already know Dave feels that I'm crazy because I only feel like there's a couple coaches.
I like Fizdale. I mean, he's the best non-hired coach. I think another coach that deserves a chance, and his name was brought up for New York, but it's not going to happen because it sounds like that's going to be Jerry Stackhouse. I think
Stackhouse.
David Blatt deserves another chance. I don't think
He
David
definitely
Blatt's a bad
does.
coach.
He never had
He never got a chance.
He never got a chance.
He went to go install his
a Kyrie offense.
Well, his offense
Yeah.
into a young team,
Yep.
and LeBron decided to go home. And LeBron is not having any part of anybody's system.
Yeah.
David Blatt has shown at every other stop in his life, including actually in Cleveland, where
Yeah.
his only year they went to the finals.
Yeah.
In every stop of his life, he's shown that he is a high-quality, smart coach.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, if you're going to make the choice between LeBron and a coach, you make the choice of LeBron. I mean,
He's
that's,
just awkward looking. I don't know if I can trust him. I don't think. I
And
can
Scott
get him.
Brooks isn't.
No, Scotty Brooks. Is
Scott Brooks just looks
he's
like a
cool-
short
he's a-
white dude.
He's a cool little dude,
He's a cool little dude.
and he played in the league.
Kevin
he played,
Durant
he
loved
played
him.
a long time in the league.
Kevin Durant loved him.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know
Loved
why.
him so much that he stayed there too long and cost him championships.
He did.
So Washington and Toronto. Todd, I'm gonna start with you. Who do you got in this series, and how many games?
I will take the 1 seed, the Raptors, in 5 games.
Oh, okay.
You
I'm
lost your damn
gonna go
mind,
with
Todd.
wow. I'm gonna go with Death Star Dave. Are you throwing Death Stars?
No, I'm not going to call a sweep out because I don't believe in Toronto that much. But that gentleman's sweep of 5 games that Todd just brought up sounds about right. The Wizards are broken right now. What they really need, they need that Paul Pierce type presence. Because seriously, that's when they were at their best. Was like a veteran that could lead the way for
You're
them.
good. You don't gotta try to break me in. It's all
Oh
right.
no!
I'll wait.
And by the way, just since we're now talking about them, I had a stat for Josh. So
Okay.
they
go
track
ahead.
player movement now in the
Oh,
NBA.
great.
Yeah, they do.
And they track who moves the most in the league. You want to know who moved the most in the league this
Russell
last year?
Westbrook.
Again, incorrect. Off the ball and everything, and actually all told, who moved the most for like the second or third year in a row with everything
Probably
together?
a small point
CJ
guard.
McCollum.
Okay.
Do you want to know who moved the least?
John Wall.
John Wall.
He was hurt half the season.
John Wall.
This probably
the
only
super
tracks it-
athletic, explosive point guard who his teammates really seem to have a great relationship with. Otto Porter couldn't even show up to get a free Rolex from him.
Wow.
John Wall.
Look here,
Gentleman
man.
sweep sounds good. 4-1.
Just because Otto likes his Fitbit and not a watch, it's not a bad man. But are you going to give your pick or should I give mine? Because I'm sure you're probably picking the Raptors now too, which is fine.
Now
Because
we have to persuade
as
them.
this
No,
happens,
Listen,
I look
are
like
you gonna let me do my pick? Or are you gonna ask me if I'm gonna pick and
Go
then not
ahead.
let me pick?
well, you didn't say anything, so I was just going to take it
Because you
back.
keep talking.
I was going to take
You're
it
in
back.
Steve's seat and you're acting like Steve.
No.
I'm joking.
I was
I'm
gonna take
sorry.
it
I,
back.
I,
Where's your
I
nibs?
apologize, Josh.
No nibs.
I
No nibs over here.
apologize. I'm actually, man, I'm taking the Wizards in 6.
See, Quan's
taking
pick
the
makes me
Wizards.
nervous.
Now Josh feels worse than ever.
Hashtag Quanstradamus.
No, definitely don't put
Hashtag
the hashtag on it.
Quanstradamus.
I think he just said that. There's not gonna be a 1-8 upset. This isn't.
Oh.
But the fact here's the
It could
thing.
be on the other side,
listen,
too.
listen. It's not a 1-8 upset because Washington. We all know they're better.
They're
than
an 8 seed in the East.
They're
Well,
not
you
better
let
than
me
Toronto.
finish my damn sentence.
No, you're good.
They're an 8 seed. John Wall missed half of the season, and they're an 8 seed. We know that technically they're better than an 8 seed. So they were predicted to be 3 or 4, and I feel like they're going to play a lot better series than people think on a 1-8. It's not your typical 1-8.
Yeah. Listen, do I think that we're an 8 seed? No. But at some point during the season, you are what your record says you are. And we've been a bad team for, by and large, 7 months. We've had hot moments, but then we've had just horrendous stretches of, not only inadequacy, but just struggles. We just struggle putting together 4 quarters. When they play strong for 4 quarters, we can beat almost anybody. We hang with everyone. We've beaten Cleveland, blown Cleveland out. We've basically, but even in games that we lost to them, we were in the game. Like, we're always in the game. So I mean, they've proven, and like, look, we lost the season series to Toronto 2-1, but all 3 games were tight. Am I afraid of Toronto? No, because as I've said before, Toronto doesn't have it. We're 3 years removed from us sweeping the Raptors. Sweeping completely.
What does Washington have to do to beat
But Toronto's
Toronto?
different this year.
But they still have a very similar roster. Both rosters really haven't changed that much. Like, in the last 3 years, the usual suspects are still there.
I
You
have
still
one-
have JV. You still have Serge. You still have.
I get it.
You know what I mean?
I have one quick question for you.
Mhm.
Do you believe that the Wizards really have chemistry problems, or do you think there's nothing there?
I believe. Look, I believe a lot of things, just like any other sports. Winning cures all, and losing exposes a lot of pain. So when you lose and you've had a struggle season, everybody's gonna start talking about
Yeah.
yada yada yada. But what I will say, Jody Meeks was asking to be traded even when we were doing well. Like, he was like, "Oh, I'm not playing, so get me out of here." So there's always your discontented locker room in the NBA, especially when you do have veterans, and if the veterans aren't playing or feel like they should be playing more, they're gonna talk about it. I think that there is, look, there's enough smoke at this point that there's a little fire, but do I think that we're still do I think that we should have been an 8 seed? No, but that's where we're at. Do I think we should have won and tried to get Boston and actually take down that sacrificial lamb? Yes, I do.
Yes.
But they sat
Definitely
John.
shoulda.
They sat John, so maybe they didn't.
Who's their leader?
John.
Do the people in the locker room think it's John?
Yeah. Because Brad
Even
is
if
just,
they like him or not,
Brad
I
is-
think
Brad is
I don't
just-
think Brad Beal thinks
No,
it's John.
Brad, no,
we
Brad,
know Gortat doesn't think it's John.
Brad is just. Oh well, Gortat can get out.
Yeah, but
God bless.
Gortat's commentary on all this is crazy to me because nobody has benefited more from John Wall than him.
And John
all
said
his stuff
as
is
such.
nonsense to me.
Yeah, John said as such.
But
Like,
the fact that you have a guy who's willing to come out there for the guy that gets him paid
yeah,
and gets him stats
is alarming.
tells you that behind the scenes,
it's alarming.
maybe John isn't a great person behind the scenes. Maybe he's not a good teammate.
He's a
good player.
He's a great guy. He's in the community like every day.
But some people are
But-
great guys and they're in the community, but they're not good teammates. I'm not saying he is or isn't.
Yeah.
I don't know the situation well enough.
I'll ask
a-
Pat.
As you said, where there's smoke, there's fire.
There's enough
There's
smoke.
so much smoke there
There's-
right now.
at
And
this
they have
point-
the wrong coach and no veteran presence.
No,
The
not-
only guy on their team that's ever that has deep playoff experience is Jan Mahimmi.
Oh gosh.
that's not good.
So I mean that's a huge problem.
Is that good?
All right,
It's
let's
not- it's
let's
not
move
bad.
on to the next matchup. You guys were talking about the Celtics, who are missing a lot of players. It's not looking good for them, and they're playing number 7 Milwaukee Bucks. They're missing Kyrie. Kyrie's going to be out at least this series. Marcus.
Oh no, he's out for the year.
Oh, he is out for the year.
Yeah,
I
he's
forgot
done.
about that.
Yeah, he's done. He's done all the way.
Marcus Smart is probably out for the whole playoffs, even though they said he might come back, which would be a mistake, I think. Who else is out?
Well, Gordon Hayward.
Gordon Hayward.
Gordon. Jaylen Brown just came back. He had
Yeah.
a concussion, right?
Yeah, he's fresh
Concussion,
back.
but he freaking lit up the Wizards for 21 in the first period. But
Well,
we still won. is what it is.
So who you got in this matchup, Dave?
I am still only because listen, the Bucks have the best player, but their coaching situation and their whole system is terrible. If they had a coach, number one, the Bucks wouldn't be the 7 seed. Giannis is clearly the best player in this series. Giannis wins 1 to 2 games. I am still even depleted taking a 4-2 Celtics because Prunty versus Stevens, that is an outrageous mismatch.
Yeah.
And Brad Stevens knows what to do. He still has them winning games and plugging along on what should be a lost season. They got less than 60 games, I think, out of Kyrie. 0 games out of Hayward. Horford's been hurt. Smart's been hurt. Rozier's been hurt.
Yeah.
Brown's been hurt. Just a great coach.
Listen, they started the
Jason Tatum's
game.
been hurt.
They started the game like 16 or the season like
16 and 1
2.
or yeah.
They lose their first 2 games and then end up,
But that
going
was
all
out of
out.
sheer shock.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
but here's the thing. That's why they're a 2 seed now. They had a really good beginning of the season, and the East I think was struggling so much with Cleveland just not winning games that allowed Boston to maintain that 2 seed. Because I mean the last 2 or 3 months, like it's pretty much been set with Toronto and Boston being 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And then everybody else has been fighting from 3 to
8.
And that's why I don't necessarily write off Toronto because of their struggles recently, because they boat raced everybody. They're so far ahead of everybody.
They're
that
tired.
they kind of started setting
yeah.
up their. They might have peaked too early, granted, but I think they're playing. They happen to catch. Strangely enough, I think if you reverse the roles, I would have picked these series differently if Washington and Milwaukee played the other teams.
If Milwaukee played Toronto,
If Milwaukee played Toronto and Washington plays Boston,
it
I
probably would have been
picked both the
8
underdogs.
and 7.
definitely. Yeah.
8 and 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the way it worked out, I think just because of certain aspects of the matchups, it works in the favorite's favor.
So Todd, who you got? Do you think that Boston, even missing some players, could pull it off with like you said, Brad Stevens is a great
Dope.
coach.
He's
Yeah.
dope.
I think Boston. It's going to be a long series, though. It's going to go 6 games, but they're going to win.
You're taking Boston in 6?
Yeah, we're right there today, Todd. Let's see how this plays out.
Let's see
Yeah,
how
I
this
don't
makes
know.
it out west. Out west is when everybody's
might-
opinions start to
You
change.
might go heel on me soon.
Nice. He's saying you're a good guy right now. See how
There's
that
no
worked?
barbershop window.
You can't say barbershop. LeBron will sue us.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. He came up with that.
Yeah, he came up with
No one ever
barbershop
talked
talk.
in a barbershop before LeBron put it on TV.
And no one's ever put that on TV before.
Yeah,
and they
nobody
didn't
ever
have movies
in history.
And there's not probably 35
There wasn't a
YouTube
movie
series
called
about
Coming to
Barbershop.
America or barbershop
or barbershop.
or barbershop 2
Yeah,
or 3.
or Nick Saban shop. Josh, who you got? Boston or Milwaukee?
I think Boston is ready to drop.
God, if they had a coach, if Milwaukee had a coach,
I know, but what I've seen from Chris Middleton starting to play well again, Jabari doesn't look like a shell, which is all that I was really worried about. If he looks functional,
If
They
they get
actually-
15 good minutes
Yeah, well,
from him off the bench.
but I mean, even if he's giving them just another option, you know what I mean, like but Milwaukee doesn't have a lot of options, so just adding another option helps them a lot. But I will say
Yeah.
that last game versus who the devil were they playing? They were playing Philly. That last game versus Philly, that
yeah,
made me
that's-
nervous.
That's what definitely told me
Gives
that,
you pause.
that they
That
will.
gives you pause.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what definitely told me that Boston's winning.
Yeah, I mean, look, Philly's hot, but not that hot.
But if
They
we look
cracked
at the
Philly.
last games of every team, I mean,
And no Embiid.
not everybody was
Exactly.
playing hard, even though teams should have. But I mean, you look at Washington losing to Orlando, like we said.
Yeah. Getting
I
popped.
never look at the last games too closely, because we could look at Toronto and be like they lost to Miami
Well,
in a game where they wanted to win because they wanted to have a 60-win season.
60-win season.
And so they were trying to win that game.
Ooh, 60 wins and then losing the first round. Ooh, boy, you guys ain't gonna want to see me.
Yeah.
I might come in here.
But
just
I'm
out of hand.
I'm picking Milwaukee, but I really think that this whole series depends on the point guard position and if Eric Bledsoe could be a consistent player.
Well, that
Um,
ain't happening.
Well, and I think that's what you're going to see. If he is consistent, I think it's an easy series win for Milwaukee. Like you said, they have Giannis. They have Middleton. They have a lot of key bench players. You got Thon Maker, who's definitely underachieved.
McCarr?
Yeah.
McCarr.
So we'll see. But yeah, I got Milwaukee. So what's that? You had Boston too, or Milwaukee?
No, I had Milwaukee.
Okay.
I had Milwaukee.
2-2 in both series.
I didn't pick how many. I think Milwaukee probably takes them down in 6.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take.
I don't think it goes 7.
Over Brad Stevens' dead body.
No, listen. Brad Stevens is great, but his team they've been struggling for literally 2 months, and nobody's coming to help.
and they're a very young team with all the players they have left. I mean, it's not. You have Al
I
Horford.
understand. Look, Dave's
I love
hear
Giannis.
you.
I would love to see Giannis go up a level and do something special like that.
Giannis is going to average 35 points in this series easily.
That's very well possible. I think he's going to average a lot.
He's going to dominate.
He's going to have a great series.
You can have a coming out party, but not necessarily win.
Well, and that's the thing is sometimes a great coach like that will say Giannis is going to get his. No one else beats us.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Yeah, I want you guys to call in. If you're chiming in on Facebook, hit us up 702-608-3259 and give us your quick predictions on these matchups that we're talking about. Once again, that phone number is 702-608-3259. Next series is one, man, I love this series right here.
Desiree's already saying that it's a sweep.
No. Listen, Miami is going to be a tough playoff team.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's Philly versus Miami. Philly's on a 16-game winning streak, entering the playoffs. The biggest winning streak ever going into the playoffs for any team, which is crazy to me. Yeah.
Wow.
And Embiid's been out a good chunk of that.
Embiid's been out the last 2 or 3
Markelle
weeks.
Fultz is back playing good basketball.
And they overdid it. Desiree, I know Philly has been able to celebrate this year. They've had championships with the Eagles, with Villanova. You did not have to pour water on Markelle Fultz for getting a triple-double in the last game of the season, where they were definitely trying to let him get those rebounds.
Did he get a triple-double?
He got a triple-double.
The youngest player ever to get a triple-double.
Yep.
Did he break Lonzo's
Yes.
record? Oh!
Yes.
Yes. Take it away. Take it away that quick.
Yep.
I like it. Good job, Markelle. Good. It looks good on you. Looks good on you.
Who we starting with on this one?
Let's start with Quad.
Go ahead, Josh.
Let's start with Quad. Who do you got, Quad?
You think I care that much about someone's record?
Oh yeah. You were trumpeting that one. You came in wearing the championship belt.
Wow.
Lonzo.
You practically bought some ZO2s.
Never. Have never done that.
You're still on the wait list.
Yeah, that's because they haven't shipped them to you yet. You put the money in.
Never that.
LeVar took it to the bank, cashed it,
God.
and never sent you your shoes.
Never
that's
that.
Good. That's good stuff. You want me to go?
I'll go.
Go ahead. All right, there it is.
I got Philly in 6, but I think it's going to be a tough 6 games. Dwayne Wade is obviously like 90 years old. He's not going to have much to say about this series. But Miami does have a lot of good players that just play solid. And I like their team. I like their structure. If Embiid doesn't come back, I mean, he's missing the first game for sure. If he doesn't come back at all this series,
is that for sure?
Yeah, he's missing the first game for sure.
They said that he's cleared on the concussion part now.
Yeah, they said he's missing the first game for sure.
But it's still the mask.
I still don't think he could really see that well. I'm not sure, but I don't know if he misses too many games, it's going to be a different story. But I mean, the way Ben Simmons is playing, he's killing it, and like you said, you're getting Markelle off the bench, giving you whatever he can give you in 15 minutes, which is a lot coming off the bench.
Sure, I mean, look,
they needed that. That was one of Philly's issues.
Yep.
Is they didn't have a bench.
Well, I mean, they had White Iverson. I love that child. Every time he scores, I just like that they play the song for him. That just makes my heart smile.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, Markelle coming off the bench at this point in the season and now giving somebody 10, 15 points, that changes everything.
Yeah.
That's 15 points that they didn't have. Now you're almost guaranteeing to get that, and all the while you're giving him confidence slowly. It makes
he's still
Philly...
not shooting threes, and Ben Simmons isn't shooting anything.
We know the phone call right now. We know the pick that she's going to take, but we'll let you tell her, or we'll let her tell you. Desiree, what's up?
It was probably for the best.
Are you there, Desiree?
Well, we already know it's 4-0.
It was probably for the
4-0,
best.
4 30-point wins.
Call back, Desiree.
30-point win.
I'm pretty sure I just gave Desiree's pick right there.
Gave the whole pick away.
Yeah.
Markel is gonna, he's backdooring for rookie of the year. She already said on my post, she's like, Markel rookie of the year. Like you already
Stop,
got one.
Desiree.
Oh gosh.
All right,
That one.
don't take Desiree's call today.
Although it would make more sense than the second-year player Ben Simmons, who's going to get rookie of the year.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't think if you've got paid like $1 million a year before,
That's
you
not
should
fair.
be able to.
No, he got 4.
Well, a lot of millions. I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, hold on, though.
Millions.
But if you
Yeah.
go by age, a guy that played in college, him and Donovan Mitchell are like the same age.
Fair enough.
yeah, but
well.
Donovan Mitchell also didn't play in the NBA last year or hang around with
And
NBA.
neither did Ben Simmons.
But
Yeah.
he played in NBA practices
Yeah.
and facilities and
Yeah, but you have
games
to
and
remember.
traveled. Yeah.
But just remember the negative experience he came from in college. He almost had to like relearn basketball after that sham.
LSU was a struggle
Listen,
time.
he wanted to be in the year before. That's the rules.
well, yeah.
And the Sixers wisely just sat him aside to tank another year.
Yeah.
You know he could have come back last year.
Oh yeah, he was cleared to come back in January. All right, so you got who do you got?
I think I'll probably take Philly in 5.
Philly in 5.
Philly
All
in
right.
5.
All right, TO double.
You know, the Sixers are a young, talented team, but they don't have any experience.
You don't trust the process.
JJ.
I just think they got some learning to do, and I feel like Miami's going to take them in deep water,
Oh.
and it might be a longer series than some people might expect, given how good 76ers are playing. But I still think the 76ers are going to win, but I think it might go
Okay.
7 games.
Oh, 7. Okay. All right.
Wow, Desiree, did we got you back?
Yes, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We can definitely hear you now.
Sorry, I'm at basketball practice, but yeah, of course, Sixers are going to sweep the Heat first round easily. Our bench is showing up. I know Embiid's out until he gets back, but you got Fultz coming through. You got what's that dude's name? Ersan Yasava, and then Marco Beninelli. You know what I'm saying? Our bench is deep. They're coming up yesterday. Went to the game. We got 5 bench players coming out double figures. If anyone sleeps on the Sixers, sweeping the Heat, come on now. Really? Really? We just won 16 straight. You really think we're not going to be on a serious high?
I don't know about. I don't. It's not going to be a sweep. This is the playoffs. Playoffs.
You're right.
Playoffs.
You're right.
It's the playoffs.
Playoffs.
It's definitely going to be a lot tougher.
Not practice.
Miami has experience. They have an experienced coach who's won some championships.
Wait.
So it's definitely not going to be a sweep.
Can we speak on who their experience is though? Outside of D Wade, who is their experience?
Eric Spoelstra,
Dragic,
which is big.
Spolstra.
Did you just say Dragic?
I did
I
just
mean,
say
I'm
Dragic.
done.
he's an all-star.
Desiree, they're gonna sweep. You're good.
Well,
I got you,
well-
girl.
Pat
He's
Riley.
an all-star.
The only thing I give about Dreddy,
Zoe?
he's like averaging almost 20 points a game. So I give him that. But other than that, who else? Who else do they have?
I mean, Miami made the playoffs last year, didn't they? And the year before? I know they made the year before for sure.
No, they missed.
I
They
don't think
missed
they made
last
last
year. They
year.
were
They missed last
41 and
year?
41.
Okay. So they barely missed last year. They made it the year before.
That's right. Because
Well,
remember
it's been
last year
about-
they
it's
got
been
hot
about
at
5
the end.
years,
And they almost caught it.
2000, I moved here 11, 2012.
And
It's
this
been
is
about 5
Philly's
years for the Sixers.
first year in the playoffs.
That's
A
what
long
I'm,
time.
That's what I'm saying. You can't use that
Since
argument.
Drew Holiday.
It goes both ways.
True, but after seeing them
Collins.
play yesterday, I'm telling you guys, it's something about seeing them play live. And if you're a ball player and you're watching how the chemistry, the passing, it feels like they're so reinvented. As people know, but they've been rebuilding for what, almost 7-8 years now, bringing young kids in, veterans coming to teach them, and they finally have found their niche. They finally got it together, and it's amazing.
They've technically
it's
been
amazing.
rebuilding since 2001, Desiree. Sorry about that.
We're not talking about that. We're talking
That's
about
not true.
what we have currently. We're going to work with what we have currently. And everyone's melding. Everyone's trusting each other. Our bench is coming out off just amazing. I can't be more proud. They're playing very well.
All right.
All right, girl.
Well, thanks for the
All
call,
right.
and congrats to Markel Fultz. I hope you got to pour water on him.
He deserved it. He had a triple-double.
Yeah.
Hot. He needed to cool down a little bit.
Yeah. I'm telling you right now, mark my words, they're going to win Eastern Conference. I'm just going to go all the way. Eastern Conference.
Eastern Conference what?
Championship.
They're winning. They're taking all of it.
In 2020, right? Is that what you're talking about?
No, talk about now. Talk about
Oh, this year. Okay. I was
right,
confused.
Dark horse, no
Okay.
question.
Yeah, I don't.
I thought you were calling
Not
me.
even that dark of a
I thought you were
horse.
calling me
Yeah.
from a DeLorean.
Yeah, not even that dark of a horse.
That was
Nope.
pretty good.
Sports
Right
almanac.
here on
Sports
North,
almanac.
Northwest Vegas, calling you right now.
That was
All right.
pretty
Thanks,
good.
Desiree.
All right, y'all have a good night.
All right.
Yeah, no, look.
So
listen,
Desiree lives out here, but
yeah,
is a Philly. Okay.
she
Why
loves,
does she come to the studio
she
and
look,
talk with us?
she's-
Desiree,
she's
come to
go-
the studio
she's
Do you
sometime.
want to
going
have a full Philly episode?
Yeah, no, look.
Oh, that might get bad.
That's
That might
not
get
gonna
bad.
be okay. Desiree can't be subjective about anybody else's team.
True.
So is it on me on the pick now?
Did you
Yeah.
pick? Like, are you taking Miami?
No.
No, he took
Oh, you
took
took
Philly,
Philly,
in
but it's
seven,
going to be
in
okay.
seven.
Okay.
I'm going Sixers in 6. I think they're a better team than Miami. I think their coach is also solid.
Mm.
But one with the
Brett Brown.
uncertainty around Embiid, because with Embiid there, because Embiid against Whiteside, he is so deeply in Whiteside's head.
Yeah.
Plus, Whiteside is in his own head.
Well, Whiteside's not getting a lot of playing
Yeah,
time either. and He
Whiteside's
wants to
not
get
having-
trading
But
already.
Yeah.
but your flip side to that is they go to those super small lineups with guys like Bam Adebayo at center. You don't do that against Joel Embiid.
No, they're going to have to use
Joel
Whiteside.
Embiid will end your life on that one. Well, he's going to run through Whiteside too.
But they're definitely going
But-
to have to play him. They're not going to.
They
Who's that
They're
Whiteside?
going to have to play Whiteside.
They
a lot
will.
More.
I think through some coaching and just some inexperience, the only thing that I worry about with Philly is outside of JJ Redick and even in some strange way Joel Embiid, who are their shooters? This is the playoffs. Things are going to be very different for Ben Simmons now. I know he's a freak, but especially a guy like Markelle, I will bet you Markelle barely plays.
What I'm trying to think.
Listen, they
who's-
might be hacking Ben Simmons.
There's not going to be a lot of lanes.
They
for
should
them.
be hacking.
They might be
Spoelstra
hacking
is
Ben
smart.
Simmons.
They are hacking Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
I can promise you that.
Well,
And
Ben
back
Simmons
to, back
will
to
spend the
Whiteside.
series at the line.
Back to Whiteside. Have you ever seen a player like pretty much asking to be traded like 2 weeks before the season ends on
You
a
have,
playoff
but,
team?
but not usually
But
on a playoff team.
exactly.
well, and not one that usually has a contract too. Like he's already
Yeah.
he's got a solid contract. Like But-
He's never been known as not being a head case. I mean, it is what it is.
he's a little different. He talks about his 2K rating after games. So,
Yeah.
things are a little.
He-
Some people aren't wrapped too tight. for him.
He lets Joel Embiid get all the way in his head.
Well, I mean that's not hard though. Joel Embiid gets in most guys' heads.
And have you heard there's going to be a 2K league?
Yes.
It's ridiculous,
Pretty,
but it's not
pretty crazy.
Well, no, but I was like so confused when Adam Silver was like making picks, and I was like, wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Anyway, 4-2 Philadelphia.
He's like, don't even
Next
let it
match.
happen. Don't even let
Well,
it
I
happen.
think he's afraid Steve's going to call and ask if that has anything to do with the G
The
League
G-
and D
the
League.
D League.
Does
what the
2K
difference
is that so?
That-
It's higher
that-
letter. So is that more than the G League?
That's 2 more Ks than the G.
It's 2
and
Ks
it's-
versus 1 G.
It's a lot more than the D.
2K stands for 2,000.
Yeah. G
what-
stands
what-
for a grand, so that's 1,000.
I googled D League and a different website came up. It's a website I can't watch in front of my kids. Don't go to dleague.com. That's all I got to say. Where's my dibs?
Shout out to Nibs.
Shout out to Steve. So the next matchup, Indiana at 5 versus the world famous Cleveland Cavaliers, number 4 seed. The last team to win a championship as a 4 seed was who, Josh? Dave probably knows.
As a force?
As a 4 seed. 3,
Probably
2,
Spurs.
1.
I don't know.
You make a guess.
that was a solid answer. No, I'm not.
Dallas
accepting it.
Mavericks.
Dave.
That's not bad.
Houston?
Houston Rockets.
Okay. Well,
Houston
what was
Rockets.
I know the Spurs made it as a 4 a few times.
In 94, 95. When?
Probably.
It was
probably,
their second-
probably
it
the
was their
second one,
second
the second
title.
one.
Yeah.
The second one.
Because they were kind of coasting. Clyde Drexler kind of helped them down the stretch.
With Mario Ellie?
Mario Ellie.
Yeah, there you go.
Or like Chick Hearns like to say, Mario
Yeah.
Ellie.
Mario.
All right, Cleveland Cavs, Indiana Pacers. You're an East Coast guy. Who do you got?
Cleveland sweep.
Whoa.
I wouldn't be even fighting.
A sweep, though.
Yeah, easy.
Lance Stevenson is playing for
Well,
Indiana.
that's part of the problem.
That's probably the biggest part of the sweep.
It's okay, Dave. Who
the,
you got?
I'm gonna-
the meme of him blowing
I
LeBron.
only pick sweeps. That's what she said. I only pick sweeps when it's so
what kind of
obvious.
meme? Did you go to dleague.com to find that meme?
Wow.
You know,
I
you know
only-
what I'm talking
I only
about.
pick sweeps because it's when
I
it's
do.
super obvious. I think I got another gentleman's sweep 4-1, only because basically
Dave.
these two teams are the same team.
Start from the beginning. We missed everything.
Okay.
I got
Anyway,
you, Dave.
both these teams are the same
I'll
team.
watch the replay.
They run through one player.
Yeah.
One of those players is Victor Oladipo, who's had a fantastic season.
I hate you.
The other one is LeBron James.
That's very strong. That was
The
you
other
brought
one
that
is
all the way back. That
LeBron
was very good.
James. So I would love to say sweep, but I don't do that unless it's obvious 4-1. And I do not think Cleveland is that good this year. But the way the East is breaking,
It's breaking for
I don't know.
them.
Listen,
Like
listen.
that's the thing. That's
Cleveland's
my
not that good this year. I think we all know that. LeBron is that good this year. Probably one of his best seasons in season, what is this? 14, 15?
15.
Season
if not
15.
best,
If not best. I mean, he's
except for on defense.
The only thing I'm concerned about with LeBron is he did play every game this year.
thing. Yep.
Is he gonna?
When
Run
is that
out of
And
gas.
it's the oldest he's ever been, obviously, right?
Well,
But is it gonna
no,
break down a
this
little
is
bit?
the oldest he's ever been.
Well, no.
But
To
There's some miles on there right now.
yeah.
I know there's a lot of time between games in the playoffs.
If
but,
we were talking about a human, I would agree with you.
okay, fair enough.
No, but to Todd's point though, I said this.
That's the only
way earlier
thing
in the
that would
season.
slow him
But
down.
I think, like you said, there's time in between games.
Yeah.
I mean, but
they
look,
cater
look,
to someone like that.
82. LeBron hasn't played 82. I don't even think he's played 72 in probably the last 4 years. Like he sat out eight.
He
to,
hasn't had many
82
game
eight
seasons.
to 15
First.
games. The
Is
last.
this his first
Yeah.
82 game season?
Yeah.
If it's not his first,
Okay.
it's maybe his third, second, or third.
Are you really concerned at this point that LeBron James is going to get tired in the playoffs?
No.
Listen. He not only did he play in all those games, but he's also averaging more minutes than he has in.
But
probably
listen,
the
we're
last
talking
8
we're talking
years.
about the first round right now. You
and
know what I'm saying?
LeBron also last year, remember,
We'll worry
was
about the rest when
complaining-
it's the rest.
LeBron complaining about, he's playing too many minutes and looking at Golden State and how they're doing
Right.
well, but they don't play that many
Right.
minutes. That stuff matters.
But,
Okay.
but what happened?
He
what
also
happened,
took off a lot of games in the middle of the season before they made those trades where on defense he literally just stood there. So he played 82, but he wasn't playing a hard 82. My second question is,
But listen,
who's covering him in this series?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Thad Young? Is that who's covering him?
Again, I said nobody.
I'm starting to think that sweep sounds better.
LeBron's going to average a triple double for this series. That's my prediction.
Wow.
And with you saying that, they extended the season for who? For LeBron James. They started it earlier.
Yeah.
So that was his rule. So he kind of had to play 82 games. Like, you can't make this rule for me
And
and
then I still
then
sit out
me
10.
sit out some games. You know what I'm saying? So
10 out.
Well, if he
sit
wouldn't have
out
pushed
10.
Kyrie out and
Yeah.
made Kyrie out for a trade, he would have been able to take some rests. But,
yeah.
that is what it is.
But I do think this is going to be a 5-game series. I don't think it's going to be a sweep. But it could be. But at the same time, Indiana has played good this year. They were supposed to be one of the top 5 worst teams in the league after that Paul George trade.
Dude,
So
Victor
for-
Oladipo might be a top 5 MVP candidate.
Possibly. But
He's
for them
way
to
up there.
even get the 5 seed, I mean, they're better than a lot of teams in the East. Washington, Milwaukee, Detroit.
Just gonna throw
They
shade
are
on
better,
me.
though. They are
I
better.
mean,
Who? The Pacers?
yes.
You done lost your daggone mind.
I would take the
Okay.
Pacers over Washington.
You
All right.
lost your mind too.
Moving to the
We
West.
fried the
Yes.
Pacers.
To the
no,
best
no.
to the best
Can
coast.
I get my pick?
Sorry, John.
Yeah. Give us your pick.
First off, the Pacers beat the Cavs.
3 to 3 to
2 out of 1.
They did.
Excuse me, 3 to 1.
Three-
3
three
to
to
1.
one.
3
Yep,
to
they
1.
did.
3 to
But-
1.
They absolutely did.
And
You want me to give you a stat on that real quick?
go ahead.
That was pre-trade. So that was they beat.
They beat
Not-
Isaiah
not-
Thomas,
Not,
They
not
beat-
all their games.
I promise.
Derrick Rose.
I don't remember that
every
being all of them.
every game was before the trade deadline.
They were all early.
Sorry, I can't recheck now. I
So that means every
can't recheck.
they played a different team, so they can't even say like they can't even do their matchups like how we did in the regular season and
No.
what we did because they're playing a totally different team.
Just remember, I had to say the hardest words I ever have to say on this show.
LeBron
Quan is
was-
right. No.
Look, I'll say this. I don't think that they can really beat them, but anything's possible. I'll take the Pacers in 6.
Whoa!
Just to be that guy because
Spicy.
it
just-
could happen.
just-
Hey,
listen, just because everyone always, I know we've all had to deal with our fair share of LeBron versus Jordan ignorance, but one of the main things that every LeBron thumper always says is LeBron never lost in the first round. So this is his
It
year.
is
where,
true.
This is his year where he's taking his loss in the
And
first
if he
round.
does,
it's over. I don't ever want to hear another word out of anybody if he does.
well, then he's out of Cleveland too.
Oh well, that's already
Guaranteed.
happened.
Yeah,
That happened. Championship, no championship.
it's not guaranteed, but
They
All
win a
right.
ring, he ain't leaving.
so that's
You ain't leaving on a ring.
that's the they're not getting the ring.
No, I'm not saying they are, but I'm just saying. You're saying he's leaving championship or no championship.
He'd leave. He's that guy.
All right, so to wrap up the East, who do we have to win the Eastern Conference Championship going to the finals?
Man, you jumped that far ahead.
Well, this is predictions.
Who we starting with?
I'm gonna start with since his coach got fired today, I'm gonna start with Todd.
Cleveland.
It's not a bad pick.
It's not a bad pick. You kicked him out in the first round. Who you got? You're
It-
still
li-
gonna
listen,
take Cleveland, huh?
listen.
He's still he picked it to lose in the first round.
I backdoor into Cleveland. No. I think. You know what?
Don't say Philly. Don't give in to the hype.
I'm gonna give in to being a homer. The Wizards.
Wow.
All right.
The
That's
Wizards.
worse.
Give me props.
That's worse.
Look. You want me to tell
that
you?
Desiree?
You want me to tell you what kind of year this is gonna be? This is about to be a 99 Knicks year. The Wizards win in
No,
some
basketball's
ignorant
too good for
fashion.
that.
The Wizards win in some ignorant fashion and get hot.
You have Allen Houston.
So LeBron's dying at
You
some
gotta
point in these playoffs.
Can
Right.
Brad Stevens will
This is the
fall and hit his
Armageddon.
head
This is the
and not be able to
Armageddon
coach.
Eastern Conference right now. It's all right.
You
That's
got
what you
you got
described.
LJ hitting a 4-point
Yeah.
play.
It's Otto
Yeah,
Porter.
he-
We're throwing up O's now.
Yeah. Yikes.
All right, Dave. Who do you got?
I wish I could pick Philly, but I just don't think they have enough shooting. I don't think they're ready yet.
Mm.
We're close to it though.
Which is scary.
Until the man is taken out in the East, you pick him. You bet on a streak until it stops. It's 7 straight right now. If
That's
there
fair.
wasn't nonsense with Delonte West and his mom, it might be 10 straight.
Wow, Delonte.
Oh,
All right.
he a big 3. That's one that should be out there.
He's definitely out there.
LeBron has too many friends.
No, he doesn't.
Maybe not friends, but too many
not,
people
not,
that
not
that
from
buy
that
into-
not from my generation. Not from that
But
generation.
I'm just saying, too
They
many
don't like him
people
at all.
that like to talk to him about business dealings and things like that.
Touche.
That it's better to be a
It's-
business friend than an actual friend.
It's better to be on the side of what was it? To be on the devil's side than in his way.
I don't know. I've never heard that.
You never
quote.
heard that one?
No.
It's from a mummy movie.
No.
I'll have to pull
Oh,
it up.
that's why.
Anyway,
You haven't seen Princess Bride, but he's seen all the Mummy movies.
wow, I
have.
can quote him.
I have.
No one's ever done that I know of.
I have. I have.
I actually, man, this is hard because
That's what she said.
Yeah, that's right.
uh,
Man, this is hard.
I don't want to take Cleveland because I don't think they're making it to the finals this year.
And they're not even that good.
Then don't
But you-
pick them.
But you know you don't want to take
So
Toronto.
who else are you taking?
I got to take Philly.
That's the problem.
I'm
That's all right.
believing in the process.
That's all right.
I want to take Philly.
I
I
gotta
would
take
love
Philly.
to take Philly.
I
If
got to
Philly
take Philly.
if Philly makes the finals,
That's a
I
great
would love
story.
it. I would love
It's a
it.
great story.
I love
I
Joel
would-
Embiid.
that's
I
too
love Ben
much.
Simmons.
It's too much.
But
It's too much in the
it's
same
not
year
yet.
for them. Too
I
much.
agree.
Not yet.
Too
Too
much.
much.
Too much in the same year for them.
You gotta
Not-
win a game before you
Yeah.
get to the
Not
finals.
Listen, I'm picking Philly.
Not yet.
I'm picking
but
Philly.
Not yet,
I
but
did it.
soon.
I
And
did it.
remember, they have around a top 10 pick.
I
coming
know,
in.
I know. They have another pick coming, Quan.
You're welcome.
And I've seen a lot of people say it's gonna be Mikal Bridges. If it's Mikal Bridges, oof,
Yeah, the kid from
Villanova.
from Villanova.
he would slide in there perfectly.
Oh,
So be it.
so
I wish it would be Philly, but it's Cleveland. Until he is dethroned, that's it.
Oh man, someone needs to take this button away from me.
man,
It's
that's
too
pretty
easy
good.
tonight, guys.
That's pretty good.
Moving
That's also
on.
what she said.
Yeah.
Moving
Too easy,
on
man.
to the Western Conference. I'm taking the Lakers to win it all.
No, of course you are.
Your last Lakers reference for 2 months. I'm so happy.
Well, actually, they haven't lost a game since April 7th.
Wow.
Wow.
What a
I'm-
win
Not
streak.
as long as the 49ers winning streak.
Oh,
but
shut up, Todd.
That was
Why?
unsolicited. That
Why?
was unsolicited.
We get that from this direction,
49ers
not
haven't
this
lost
direction.
since November. Since November.
See, it's
he was going to set himself up.
Hey, the
No.
Giants haven't lost since December, right?
The
Yeah,
Bills
I guess.
the Bills are about to lose in the draft. We'll talk about that in a little
Oh
bit.
Lord, that's a story for another day.
We'll talk about that in a little bit. So,
Oh man.
1-8 Houston Rockets versus the Minnesota Timberwolves, who won an amazing game last night against. It was a playing
Fantastic.
game.
Great game.
It was a playing
Overtime.
game.
NCAA tournament game
yeah,
with
that was
NBA
good.
players.
was
Denver
good.
Nuggets. Did you guys see Taj Gibson's defense the
dude.
last 5 minutes or last
Taj
7 minutes
was
of the game?
amazing because Jokic was killing
He was
them.
killing it.
Killing them.
Taj Gibson
sorry.
won that
Taj
game.
Gibson played
He
fantastic.
won that game for the Wolves.
Hands down. You are 100% correct.
I'm sorry that I missed it.
Dude, it was a great game.
Oh, my Lord.
I watched the first half.
I
and
watched
saw
the
that it
first,
was-
the fourth quarter and overtime. I was
That's probably the regular season. That's probably the best regular season game this season.
well. It meant everything. You know what I'm
Exactly,
saying?
but
It meant
It's like a
everything.
one-game playoff.
But not only did they mean everything, but they played like it meant
It
everything.
went into overtime. I mean, it wasn't.
Unless you're Andrew Wiggins. Then down the stretch, you're
Oh,
like,
gosh.
I don't need the ball. It's okay. I'm Andrew Wiggins.
Oh man, they're not happy they gave him money.
No, they shouldn't have.
They're not happy about that because he's not going to be tradable.
No.
He's tradable.
Nope,
who?
not with that
He's
contract.
he's
To who?
Not with that contract.
Listen, he's tradable to the. He's tradable.
John Wall
to,
for Andrew Wiggins? Who says no?
No, but listen, he's tradable to like the Magic. He's tradable to teams that need something.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
but-
Like,
but-
it-
but
like
what
here,
is
look,
he?
if you pair Andrew Wiggins with Aaron Gordon, that's a solid
That's
little
a
twosome.
really good team to never make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Ever.
Ever.
Listen, they will be exciting. If you actually finally can freaking figure out a point guard
You might get a
situation
team finally
there.
move back to Seattle.
No, they just got an
Loser
arena.
franchise.
They just got an arena. The Nets, maybe. Never know.
All right, so Houston and Minnesota. I like Minnesota a lot. I'm not sure who I'm picking yet. I like Minnesota a lot.
I mean, how many
They
games?
have a lot of good players. They've struggled a lot too, though. But they have a lot of players that have played together in the playoffs, going deep with Taj Gibson,
Derrick
Jimmy
Rose.
Butler, and Derrick Rose.
Derrick
Derek's
Rose.
actually played good off the bench these last few games
When
that
was
I've watched.
that? What? They didn't really see the floor yesterday. What a shocker.
Well, he hates him some Derrick Rose.
I
I just want Derrick Rose to actually. So I look. I don't even know if this could even happen.
Okay.
Wait, no, it could happen. Okay, they're the 8th seed. If they figure out a way to get through them, and then it's OKC, Derrick Rose. I just want Derrick Rose to dunk on Russell Westbrook
my
so
Lord.
hard.
Dunk on
one
dunk?
time,
Dunk.
one time, and I will constantly.
You
just,
know what?
Just
Say-
keep putting that on his page.
Josh,
Put it on his page.
save Derrick Rose's space in next year's Big 3 draft. He
is-
could go number 1 there.
he
He'll go number
hates
1 again.
Derrick Rose.
I mean,
Derrick Rose is washed
Oh.
up. Why are we even talking about him?
Go number one again.
He'll go
He'll
number
go
one
number one
again.
again.
He thinks on his feet very well. I give him that always.
But Derrick Rose dunking?
Derrick
In
Rose still
basketball?
dunks.
He could still dunk.
Is he in that? What's that league with the trampolines?
Listen.
This guy now
Slam
now
ball.
you
Why are we-
now,
Slam
it's
ball.
Too
coming
much
from
Derrick
you.
Rose. Too much Derrick Rose.
Listen,
Too much Derrick
I-
Rose.
Josh,
But-
who do you got?
well, it doesn't look good for Timberwolves. They
Oh.
they were 3-0. They got rocked 3 good times
By the Rockets?
Yeah, it doesn't look good. I will say that listen, they do have a deep enough team to make it happen. Tibbs is a smart enough coach to try and figure something out, but they need to steal 1 or 2 games in Houston to have a shot.
And we're entering the playoffs now. So there's 2 players on the Rockets that are very important players to the Rockets that once the P word starts, which is playoffs, they play a lot different.
But it's the first round.
One of them gets hurt a lot in the first round.
Yes.
And one of them chokes a lot.
Captain Snap, Crackle, and Pop is very, very close by.
So this is actually a better matchup than I think most people think. I think it's a 6-game series. I'm still taking Houston, but I think Minnesota could beat them.
Look,
If Karl Anthony Towns goes off
Yeah.
and they can't stop him, I don't think Capella could really stop Cat.
no.
If Jimmy Butler tears it up like he's been, it's going to be some matchup problems.
It's definitely one where you could see it, and we've talked about Houston. I don't think I think Dave really believes in Houston. I don't believe in D'Antoni. When it comes down to it, I just don't.
Hold on. Let's not get in my overall feelings on Houston. I'll go ahead and jump in my pick. Do you have a broom in here?
Oh,
It's not going to
Sweep.
be a sweep.
oh,
Sweep. Tibbs is not a good coach anymore. Mark it down.
It's fair. It's fair.
You have Karl Anthony Towns who
They're
plays
the
no
8th seed.
their only hope of winning a game is to do enough big guy damage with Towns and somebody else against that smaller Rockets team, but they're a terrible defensive team. You have a defensive coach with a terrible defensive team, and their offense, while they end up putting up points, they don't run an actual offense.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler is going to try to go hero ball. He's going to try to go hero ball against James Harden. If you're going Jimmy Butler versus James Harden heads up, it's a bad call. It's not going to work out.
Especially when Harden has the refs on his side.
Plus, he's not fully Jimmy Butler right now either.
Yeah.
He's like 80% Jimmy Butler. This just smells like a sweep. Bad team to play the Rockets.
Yo, and if you guys want to call in, hit us up.
Somebody could have got some games off.
702-608-3259. Once again, that phone number is 702-608-3259. Todd made his prediction in the group or in the video.
I just made it official.
You made it official. Facebook official.
Facebook official.
Facebook official. Who do you have, Todd?
I think the Houston Rockets will win 5 games.
Win in 5.
I think T-Wolves will take 1 game at home. They've been kind of starved a little bit.
And their fans
They're
need
hungry.
a playoff
The
win.
Wolves got to eat.
There's no place for James Harden to go out till the middle of the night there. They're in trouble.
Listen, but to what Quan just
Uptown
said,
Minneapolis isn't bad. I don't know if you guys are
what Quan was just saying as far as the
James
refs,
Harden's looking
though,
for.
I don't think that the refs give James as much love.
Not in the playoffs. They never do.
And that is a big part of James' game. Like, James gets literally 12 to 15 points from the free throw line every game.
Who's covering James Harden?
Nobody.
And we do got a caller live on the air. You're live right now. What's up? Quaylen, what's up, son?
What up, son? Hey, my question is, like, who's the biggest Cinderella story on what y'all talking about with the finals? Like, who's the biggest one?
I mean, I think the biggest Cinderella would be Philly, just because, you know, they didn't even know if they were going to make the playoffs. They got some better players. We didn't know what Ben Simmons was going to be. We didn't know Fultz was even going to be back. I don't think we thought he was going to be back. We didn't know Embiid was going to be able to play a whole year. So I think this is still a Cinderella story.
I don't think we know the Cinderella until there's an upset.
A team that hasn't won the finals in years?
Say that.
Or which team never had one? Which team never had a championship the playoffs right now?
I mean, Minnesota's never won, obviously. They haven't been in the playoffs since 2004.
Had it been that long?
Yeah.
Since KG?
Yep.
Jeez. Yeah, they're going to win one at home.
You got to look at it like that. Pop off right now.
Yeah.
Or Minnesota.
I think it's hard to pick.
So you taking Minnesota to win the whole thing or just this series?
They series. All the way to the finals.
Oh.
All the way to the finals.
Oh. You sound like a Cowboys fan, bro.
Tony Romo was the greatest quarterback of all time.
But basketball right now.
Man,
do my headphones work?
Yeah, that he did pull that one out on me too. I was like, wait a minute, what happened?
All right, man.
But it's going to be one of those two, because it's not coming from a fan perspective. It's you got to think about the money part of it. What's going to make the most money?
I don't think Minnesota winning makes any money.
Lord, no.
Yeah, Minnesota definitely would have the refs against it.
The NBA definitely wants Warriors versus Cavs again.
No.
But we ain't talking about the NBA. We talking about the money in Vegas.
Oh, you're talking about Vegas money. I mean, I don't know. It depends on how many people have put money on Minnesota. But I mean that never translated any other year. I don't think it's going to translate this year to that.
You don't think so?
Nah. But hey, dude, if it happens, hey, put your money on them.
Tim Donahue don't ref anymore.
Hey, if you win that bet, please donate some of it to the sports show, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, but I think I like Philly though.
Philly, cool.
Yeah,
dope. Well, there's actually a time limit to how long Dallas Cowboy fans could actually call on the radio show, and you're just about 3 minutes.
Don't discriminate on me, man. Don't discriminate on me, because I ain't called for Dallas Cowboys. I called because of the basketball talk.
I know, but you're still a Cowboys fan. But hey, dude, come through the studio sometime, man.
You still downtown?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll be down there. I was thinking about it too. So
all right, bro. For sure.
Yep.
All right, man. Thanks for calling in.
Oh yeah, no problem.
So, that's a bold prediction if you want to throw out bold predictions. But listen, he's definitely not a bookie, so don't put your money on who he said.
Please don't back that nonsense.
So did we all do this series already?
I believe so.
Are we all done with that? So, Todd, you took him in 5?
Yes. Are you
And
writing these down?
is Dave the only sweep?
Sweep.
Dave's the only sweep.
Are you writing these down?
No, are you?
No.
Oh,
The only reason I worry about one game
Watch
is
replay.
that Mbamute injury because he's out at least the
that
first
was
round.
that was bad.
I didn't see it.
I did watch
think
that
I didn't
live.
see
I
it.
watched
I think
that
that's more
live.
so going to creep up in the second round.
That was when because that was when I was talking about the Lakers game because I was actually watching that game live when I was like the Lakers are the worst team I've seen in a long time, and then you were like, no, we got like 37 injuries and everybody's hurt. And I'm like,
a lot of people have been hurt.
Why are we
Look,
talking about the Lakers
Wait,
right now?
wait a second.
how did that happen?
You did it!
You did
I
it. Keep that chain
know.
on, twist it around your neck. But don't wait. Listen. You just talked about John Wall and his injuries for 30 minutes.
What? I didn't talk about that long.
But what I'm saying is how
It
you
feels like forever.
but how you gonna say Laker injuries, but you get the excuse for John Wall injuries? Exactly.
Because John Wall is a all-star.
Lakers still had injuries to starters.
Womp.
Lonzo Ball missed like 15 or
What?
20
Stop.
games.
Stop.
Yeah.
You traded.
Oh
you
my
traded
Lord.
half your team to get Isaiah.
No
for
more
Isaiah
Laker
to
talk.
say
Traded
that
two
his-
players.
That his one was a starter.
Traded two contracts.
Yeah.
We didn't
The
trade a
NBA
starter.
players are going on. The Lakers
Larry
are not
Nance.
in that.
We didn't
Larry,
trade
we're
any
talking about
starters.
the Lakers.
Larry Nance.
We didn't
wasn't-
trade starters.
Larry Nance wasn't a starter.
No.
Who's your starter?
Not Larry Nance.
Oh my Lord.
Who's the power forward starter? Come
Julius
on, Dave.
Randle?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. What's your starting five then?
Brooke Lopez.
Why did I
Julius
get sucked
Randle,
into? Stop, please.
Brandon Ingram. Lonzo Ball and Caldwell Pope.
Oh God, yeah, that's right.
And there was a lot of injuries. But next series for Dave, Golden State Warriors versus the Kawhi Leonard list still San Antonio Spurs.
And forever.
He never came back.
And won't.
Like, they talked about him coming back week after week. And you keep rolling your eyes.
He'll be back.
But you've been rolling. Josh, let me tell you something.
He'll be
You have
back.
done that same eye roll for
about
7 months.
4 months.
For
It's
about
been-
7 months
It's been
now.
a strong 4. It's been a strong 4.
Because we thought Kawhi was going to miss the preseason. Okay, he's not going to play preseason. Then, he's going to miss the first couple weeks.
All right, he'll be back by Christmas.
And you start rolling your eyes. And then he came back for 9 games, and
Yeah.
then he went out again. You've been rolling your eyes. And rolling your eyes. And then he's been cleared to play, and then you rolled your eyes. And it's the playoffs now.
It's a lost season,
And you're
brother.
still rolling your eyes.
It's a lost season. Season not happening.
It shouldn't be a lost season, though, because if he was able to come back,
His hip is not right.
it's definitely right. If he was able to come back, the Spurs would probably be favored over a Steph Curry-less Golden State Warrior team.
No, I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't
Why?
think, even if Kawhi was there. The Spurs,
Why?
I mean-
Because last year they were up by 23 in game 1, about to win that game before he got hurt.
and
So
then they
so-
got rocked.
So if they would be the same team
Well, no, they'd be a little bit
against-
better. A little bit
against
better.
the team without Steph Curry.
A little bit better. They'd actually be a little bit better with their, with the younger guys on the team. Now,
I would
but
definitely take San Antonio with a healthy Kawhi Leonard over Golden State without Steph.
Who on?
But that's not
Why,
happening.
why are we talking about that? It's not happening.
Well, we're talking about it
because that was a scenario that we
it's
brought
still,
up.
It's still the series. We're not talking off base. But to my point, who's stopping KD on their team?
No one.
Kawhi stopping
Kawhi
KD?
Leonard's hurt.
Listen, if Kawhi wasn't hurt, he's stopping KD.
Kawhi's never stopped KD.
There's no stopping.
He's made KD work hard,
Yeah.
but he's
Okay.
never stopped KD.
So
Who's
course,
ever
no one
stopped
has.
KD?
No one. No one ever.
this guy, I hate him. So
What?
much.
Who-
Who-
it's
no
true,
one
though.
ever
If you can, if
in
you
the
can.
history of
Oh,
life.
hold on. I can give
That's
you one.
bad.
I can give you one person. Rick Barnes at Texas. His
Oh,
coach.
gosh. Oh,
This guy, and then he always comes back for the jugular. He doesn't come back like pity
Rick
pat.
Barnes is trash.
It-
He's trash. How'd Clemson do in that game in the tournament? Trash.
Oh my God.
So who do you got, Josh? Golden State over
Oh.
San Antonio.
Yeah, no, I think Pop, simply for being Pop, is going to force it to 6.
Oh, whoa.
Just because I think San Antonio probably takes game 1 or 2, and then that makes the series interesting. But I think the Warriors make through it. They get through it pretty.
I
pretty
take Warriors in the easy 4.
No, I don't think it's.
Easy
I don't
4.
think it's a sweep.
Can't call a sweep. I'll say gentlemen sweep 5.
I agree with Dave. Gentlemen, Sweet 5, and Pop will get him one game, but that's it.
Yep. Golden State in 4 over here. You heard it here first. Predictions. Quanstradamus is always right, so make sure you check that out.
Because he'll make both calls and he'll make every call possible.
Hey,
Like,
hey,
back to
hey,
the-
And he edits his Facebook posts if you
Yeah.
guys haven't figured that out yet.
Hashtag unfriended. Jerk. All right, next matchup. I think we all agree Golden State's moving on to the second round easily,
Yes.
which there was a lot of teams that would have given them a hard series, and San
Utah.
Antonio definitely was not the one.
Ooh, Utah. I did not want to see that. When Utah was still sitting at 7, I was like, get out of there, please.
I
They
wanted
don't-
to see that.
They don't like Utah for whatever
Nobody
reason.
wants to see Utah.
Nope.
I speak from experience. Nobody wants to see
Yeah.
Utah.
Especially with their elite coach, Quinn Snyder.
Fantastic coach. Coach
Great
of the
coach.
year.
He's really good coach.
Coach of the year. Josh, you don't
He-
watch basketball. Get out of here.
Listen,
You admitted it
listen,
earlier.
Listen, he does this. Quan does this stuff just to get a rise out of me. He'll say it like you don't really pay attention.
Well,
to
this
his
also
eyes.
simultaneously gets a rise out of me because you said some nonsense earlier
No,
today.
Listen, we pull out the group
listen.
chat stuff for those of you that are wondering why facial expressions get weird. A lot of this stuff is group chat stuff.
that
He said
gets-
Quinn
that gets-
Snyder's not even a good coach. That's
Listen,
what you said earlier
listen.
today.
Listen,
He said Spoelstra wasn't either.
I mean, Spo's all right. Look. Okay, I'll never be able to respect Spoelstra after watching his huddle in the finals, and he's just like, "Come on, guys, I don't know what you want from me. Come on, like, do something." And I was just like, "They're gonna lose." That was
So-
versus the Mavericks. I was
so
like, "This series is over."
that series was over.
But then they won
that-
2 after that.
That was the wrong year. He wasn't ready yet.
He still ain't.
Not
ready,
every
bro.
coach is good at the start.
Look.
You
Any
wasn't
coach,
ready.
any coach that has to run to catch the bus, because he almost missed the bus. Not good, bro.
You better not ever let the Filipino community ever hear you say this.
What happened?
Dude,
Oh.
Spo is like half Filipino, man.
Wow.
You don't come at Spo in the Filipino community. I can tell you that right
Listen,
now.
I have no problem with my friends from the Philippines. Don't
You
be
do
trying
now.
to. Don't,
You do
don't-
now.
See, you try to break things up to have
All
people
right, man.
on me.
You
He
do
tries
now,
to
though.
stir-
You don't
stir up
under-
dissension.
Yeah, don't be
I
trying
will
to
tell you
stir
that
the
right now.
pot. I have been a Manny Pacquiao fan since the beginning. I'm
Man.
perfectly fine with my friends.
Back
That is Filipino Jesus.
That's right.
If you like him, you
You're-
like the
you're
Philippines.
good. You're good.
All right. I don't know. How did we get on that? Anyways, next up, we have Portland Trailblazers versus the New Orleans Pelicans. Portland's been playing really good. They lost a few games at the end of the season to wrap up their third seed, but they did win last night. Portland versus Pelicans. Pelicans obviously don't have Cousins, but they do have Anthony Davis.
A very,
my
very
Lord.
problem, Anthony Davis.
I don't know if Portland has a matchup for him, but then on the other end,
No one does.
New Orleans definitely does not have a matchup for the guards at all.
Ooh. Here it comes. I have
Mhm.
not picked an upset yet.
There we go.
This is a
And
this
I
is the
hate to do
toughest
it because I have a Portland fan
matchup.
in my own house. Young Neo, sorry about this. New Orleans in 6 or 7 because Drew Holiday is a good defensive guard. Rajon Rondo
He's a very good.
is a
defensive
good
guard.
defensive guard.
When motivated.
He's playing well lately.
Mm-hmm.
He's back to looking like somewhat Rajon Rondo. Plus, Rajon Rondo in the playoffs, as we all know.
Wait.
wakes up.
What
Wakes
happened
up.
to Rajon Rondo last time he was in the playoffs?
He got hurt.
He got hurt.
He's gotten hurt like the
No.
last 3 times.
He
got
got
hurt.
kicked off of the team in Dallas.
No.
You're thinking of
No, that's like
no,
2-3
last
years
time he was
Okay,
in the
so
playoffs-
he
Last
played
year-
in Chicago.
Last
I
year
forgot.
he had the,
Last
he had the
year.
elbow.
He played
the
in
elbow.
Chicago last year.
Yes.
Okay.
Elbow.
I'm forgetting. So that was 2 playoffs ago
Yeah.
that he played in.
And that
Yeah.
team,
He got
nobody-
kicked off the
didn't-
team.
He didn't want to be
Wrong
there.
setup. Wrong setup. Listen, he ain't perfect, but I'm telling you, especially the way Anthony Davis is playing, you can tell me that CJ is going to get his and Dame's going to get his to a certain degree, but my real question is, who in the world on that team even slows down Anthony Davis? And by the way, Portland has been slipping unbelievably. I was praying Portland was going to lose yesterday. I did not want to see Utah. I wanted to see Portland.
You'll be fine.
So you got New Orleans and what?
New Orleans
6
in
or
6 or 7.
Okay.
I find it hard to pick a 7-game series because that's always hard to predict.
Yeah.
But I think 6 is probably more probable, especially since Portland's home court is so good. I'll stick with 6.
All right, Todd, who you got?
I think it's going the distance. I think this is the toughest opening round matchup, and I'm really torn here.
Torn. Who sings that song, by
I
the way?
think the Trailblazers are going to make it.
Latoya Luckett.
It's going 7 though.
This is the first time that me and you have disagreed this whole thing.
Oh. Should we leave you guys
I told you the West Coast. The West Coast is when the friendship would be forged or separated.
That is what I mean, listen, it's not an easy series to pick.
No, look,
You got merits both ways.
I think that it's. I wrote down the Pelicans won the season series, and I still don't feel like Portland's there yet. I still feel like they had a great year, but when it comes down to it, I don't feel like they're there yet. They still need somebody else. When CJ or Dame are struggling, they really don't have the inside presence. So back
Well,
to
they got what's his
Nurk?
name?
Nurkic?
Yeah. Nurkic is good.
they still don't have an inside presence.
Wait, come on.
Is he gonna stop? Is he gonna do anything with Anthony?
Oh, no, he has absolutely nothing for Anthony
But that's
Davis. We know that.
that's going
No.
back to the KD question.
Well,
Who
No.
has anything for
Well,
Anthony Davis?
Nobody.
what I mean by that is, okay, if we're gonna say, all right, plus minus, if my big is giving you 20, is your big giving me 15? I don't think so,
Well,
because
Anthony
I don't.
Davis is going to give you a lot more than 20.
They're big.
No, but do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I feel like his plus minus is
Yeah,
gonna be
Anthony Davis
so
is definitely
it's
gonna
gonna be
average
so
30.
out of whack.
I
that
think
it
Nurkic
doesn't-
might get like 15 or so points a game.
But if he's
I
giving
think
up 30,
I have a feeling this is a Anthony Davis averages close to 40 type series.
Possibly, yeah.
well, I mean, because
He's going to have to.
Think about it. Anthony Davis. This is his first time. This is his first series where he actually has a shot. Whereas any other time, he's always usually up against the 1 or the 2 seed.
Well, he's
And-
only played one playoff
Yeah.
series, and he got the Warriors.
And he got the Warriors. And the Warriors,
And he
they-
made it a series, even though it was 4 games.
he tried his
And the
best.
Pelicans were hurt.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I'm actually this is definitely a hard one. I want New Orleans because I like Anthony Davis a lot, but I got to pick the Blazers in 6.
It's not a bad pick.
Yeah,
No,
it's too hard to pick, but I think Dame and McCollum is. I think just they're going to dominate in the backcourt, and Anthony Davis, like you said, he might average 40. I don't think anyone else on the team is going to do much for the Pelicans to have them move on. So, yeah. Anybody else, if you guys want to call in, give us your picks, 702-608-3259, and get into the matchup that we've all been waiting for. The OKC Thunder. We could see, if you're watching on video, you could see that somebody is a real big Thunder fan in this building.
And he looks nervous.
Versus
I'm very nervous.
the Quinn Snyder
Did not want to see
Utah
this
Jazz.
at all.
Utah Jazz went to the playoffs last year.
Mm-hmm.
Went to the second round last year.
They did.
Lost their two of their 3 best players to free agency this summer. Rudy Gobert's been hurt a lot this year, who was supposed to be their best player this year. Everybody
True.
thought for sure he's by far their best player.
Might still be
Um,
Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Think so?
He's up there.
Your boy Dante Exum hurt again a lot of the season.
He came
Always
back.
hurt.
He did come back. He's been
called
playing.
me Mr. Glass.
They made a trade during the draft.
Mm-hmm.
They traded the Denver Nuggets, who barely missed the playoffs, for this guy named Donovan Mitchell. Everyone's like, okay, that's one of those throwaway trades. We don't know who this guy is. Donovan Mitchell ends up becoming the best first-year rookie in the NBA.
First year rookie.
Nice
Best
fun.
first-year rookie in
Nice
the
fun.
NBA.
Next Dwayne Wade.
An amazing player. Been
He-
balling out.
He's just like young Dwayne Wade.
But listen, and this is
But
a
a better
player.
shooter.
This is a player that we see these rookies go up and then they always fall down. You know, they always hit a peak and then they hit that rookie wall.
Pretty
Unless you were in the training room last year with a professional NBA team. And he has been killing it, Benson. I know that went way over here.
They were mostly a G League team last year.
Yeah, pretty much.
Still the D League then. Shout out, Steve.
So what's the difference between the G League? Okay, I won't get back into that. I just wanted to say that because Steve missed the show. You'll have to watch the replay, Steve. But, man, Donovan Mitchell, Utah Jazz, I'm taking them for personal reasons too, which we won't get into because Dave will get mad. Utah Jazz
Thanks for the
in
hate.
6 against OKC Thunder. I hope I'm wrong because we need OKC to move on. The NBA needs them to move
The
on.
NBA needs Russ, baby.
They need Russ. They need this super team. They thought they were helping create another super team
Ooh.
to look super. But Utah has nothing to lose at all. OKC has a lot to lose, which they won't be losing Carmelo because he has a $25 million contract next year.
27
Something like that.
plus.
Wow. Dave knows the exact number.
'Cause he's
I got Utah. I got Utah Jazz in 6.
That is the wrong choice.
I agree. That's a wrong choice. Thunder,
Yeah, we'll go before Dave because Dave's
Dave, you can
already
finish it.
already boiling. He's
No,
boiling.
Dave's definitely the
He's
last.
he's at a full on boil.
I think Utah definitely has, like with Mark's build up, has definitely overachieved a little bit.
That's my real
Yeah.
name.
They are solid. They've been steady. I don't think people expected it. They might not have anything to lose. It's a good story. I think winning in the playoffs is a little different, and you should be nervous, Dave, because they're going to give him
I am.
they're going to give him a good matchup. But OKC is just too much talent, too much experience, and they're gonna win.
And listen, Paul George had a great game to end the season last night, which he really, really needed. He needed those threes to fall like they did last night.
And maybe Olympic
really
Melo
falling
comes out a little bit.
No, I'm not looking for him.
Olympic Melo is dead.
Wait, I'm still wait.
What
wait,
is
what's-
hoodie?
He
What's-
said dead
you-
like
you
he
said-
really wanted him
You
dead
said
in real life.
you said it was a jersey, right? You're getting a jersey. If he averages 20, 25,
Yeah, especially in this series.
good. All right. Just needed it said and stated again.
I'll buy that number 7.
I've got 3 chances to get this thing done. Got 3 chances. Dave, don't worry. You're gonna win in 5 or 6. Dave, I don't understand. Look. Okay, I don't understand why I have more faith in your team than you have all year.
Because I
All
watched
year.
them
I know,
all year.
but that's all right. That's
I
all
watched them all year.
You
Josh
have
watched
you-
a lot of.
you-
Oh no, he didn't watch NBA.
I know. Look. I watched a little bit of his team. I watched a little bit
Listen,
of your
you
team.
have to remember this
I
is
couldn't watch any of his team because it was just sad. It was sad.
this is a team
Knicks
that with,
fans don't even watch
if
Knicks
there
games.
wasn't a Corey Brewer deal, they're not in the playoffs.
Dave, semantics.
Who gave you guys that deal?
Semantics, Dave.
Thank you. Actually, for once ever. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Look,
Corey
that's-
Brewer was necessary.
It's neither here nor there. Your team is fine.
No,
right,
they're
Dave.
not fine.
They're-
Coaching matchup, Quinn Snyder, far beyond
Far,
Billy Donovan.
far, Dave.
We ain't in college anymore.
Exactly.
This is the pros.
And he
Florida.
couldn't. And he
This is
couldn't.
the
and he-
pros.
and he
Back-to-back.
couldn't win
Florida
in college.
back to back.
He couldn't win in college.
Yeah, but he's winning in the pros.
Again, like I said,
Here's what I will say: Steven Adams and Gobert. That's going to probably turn out to be somewhat of a wash. Steven Adams is a very underrated defender.
yeah. Oh no, that's a
Also a
wash.
good help defender. That's somewhat of a wash.
And he's gonna
PG
throw
Donovan Mitchell. PG has the experience of much more so over Donovan Mitchell. Plus, PG is a high level defender.
Okay.
Who's
Who's guarding Russ?
no one?
Nobody.
There is no one in the world that
Okay.
guards Russ.
Move on.
The only person that could stop Russ is Russ.
Okay.
Which he does a lot.
That's all. That's only ever been the case.
Who's guarding Melo?
My
The air.
if they're smart,
It's
nobody.
It's Melo versus
If they're
time.
smart, nobody.
Melo versus
Melo
Time
versus
one.
time.
Time one.
It's all right, man.
Time swept Mellow.
Time beats everyone.
So Dave, who you got?
My head says to pick Utah
Boy, I'll kill you.
because they were a better team.
I'll kill you. Don't
But
you
I
do
will
it.
not allow myself to do that.
Yeah.
I have to pick OKC.
And
You have
how
to go
many?
with your own team, man.
7.
Don't you dare put that out there.
Utah
Don't
Utah
put that out
is a
there.
very good team.
You're putting that out there to stress yourself out.
Utah's good.
Dude, I'm already stressed out.
Don't be.
Just seeing Listen, I was begging for Portland to win that game because Dame Lillard was going to try to get locked up with Russ, and
And
Russ
we
is a
will,
maniac.
We will win.
Russ is a maniac. Well,
That
plus,
would have been a fun series to watch, though.
would have been a fun
Yeah.
series. My worry would be Russ covering CJ because Paul George. That would have been like Paul George, like, okay, Dame, you had your fun in the regular season. Here's a much taller player who's a fantastic defender. So I will take them with Corey Brewer is going to chip in, contribute a lot for them. I am worried about the deficiency at coach versus who I think is the coach of the year this year. That's my biggest misgiving.
Do we give too much credit to coaches? I think Pop is a game-changing coach. I don't think there's many other game-changing coaches.
I don't think so because
There's a few. There's only a few.
Because I watched a Thunder team that if Scott Brooks wasn't their coach, would have won a title.
Oh my goodness.
Against who? Miami?
They weren't ready.
I'm not even saying the Miami years. I'm saying even after they traded Harden, which was
weren't-
still a mistake.
They still weren't ready.
No, they were ready. You had a coach that couldn't even stagger Westbrook and Durant's minutes. You had a coach that played Kendrick Perkins a ton of minutes.
No, that's a bad.
I'm not going to go back in the
Bad
past
move.
on this one. There is no question in my mind.
But-
With Russ and KD,
but
a
look,
good coach
Russ gets
would have
hurt,
won a title.
But Russ gets hurt. That you guys should have went. Look. I'll tell you when you guys should have won. It was the freaking year that Trace McGrady ruined my life with the Spurs and messed everything
you mean
up.
the
in,
same year when like Patrick Beverly ran into Russ's knee?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
dirtbag Patrick Beverly?
Yeah, that year.
Wow.
Piece
that
of
year,
garbage.
Dirtbag.
That year. No, I
I
mean,
can't
but,
say what I would normally say about
yeah,
Patrick
but-
Beverly on the air because I've never slipped up yet.
Dirtbag.
But
is
you
as
can
good
know
as
what I'm
about-
thinking.
That's about as good as it goes.
Hey, Jay.
AJ. Oh my goodness.
I mean, the year they should have won is when they were up 3-1 against the Warriors a few years ago.
Yes, because
You
they
didn't need
they
to
would have
do
beaten
that.
Cleveland.
You didn't
They-
need to do that to him.
They would have beaten Cleveland. Clay Thompson caught actual fire in Game 6.
He's on fire.
Literally.
Boom shakalaka.
I think his body temperature was like 197
From
degrees or
downtown.
something
That's LeBron's body temperature in Game 1 of the finals against the Spurs that one year.
when he cramped up.
Yeah, the cramp game.
He cramped like the Boston Garden.
But yeah, I mean, Katie wouldn't have left. Like it would have been a big happy family. But
I don't know about all that.
and
KD wouldn't have left on a ring.
so who do we got?
Russ would've.
Who do we got going to the championship in the West?
Warriors.
Warriors. If Steph comes back healthy, because you have to remember everybody brings up, well, the last time they lost in the finals when Steph wasn't healthy. They didn't have Kevin Durant then. The Warriors have been. I think people are not prepared for the different team they're going to see in the playoffs. They were so bored, and they were still 7-8 games behind
Yeah.
Houston.
Yeah.
It's not like they got really destroyed in that
horrible
race.
year.
They didn't care.
Yeah.
They don't believe in Houston.
Shoot,
They don't
believe
Houston
that. They
seriously.
don't believe that they'll even see Houston. Did anybody see Game of Zones?
No.
Oh, Game of Zones came out today,
But
and it was great.
I think they've been
I'll watch
so monumentally bored. I think they're.
I mean, they lost by 40.
They've been waiting.
That's
They
a
did.
bored team right there.
Yeah, I think they've been waiting the whole year for the playoffs. They're sitting just at the 2 seed. They may still end up. You have to remember, if they don't see Houston, they never have a series on the road.
Yeah.
Because they ain't seeing Toronto in the finals. I don't think any of us thinks that.
And my man Les said, don't mention that stiff Perkins on the show. So we're not going to mention Perkins. We're not going to mention that Cleveland signed him for their playoff roster.
Good job.
And we won't mention that Ty Lawson got signed to the Wizards for their playoff roster to back up John Wall in
I don't
case
know
Wall
why
gets
we
hurt.
mentioned that anyway.
I did actually.
What about
ask
Satoransky?
I did ask about that. About a month ago? I did say, hey, we should go get Ty Lawson.
You got him.
Well,
Congratulations.
Good job, GM.
Sato should have. I mean, they should have done Sato better. But Ty Lawson probably won't even play.
He
And
won't play.
And we're not going to talk about the Andre Ingram story because Dave doesn't want to
Thank
talk
God.
about
Who cares?
Andre Ingram.
Listen, Dave.
Coming
Nice
from the
story,
G
but who
League.
cares?
Dave
32 years old.
If it wasn't the
beautiful
Lakers,
story.
we wouldn't even know about it. Let's
no,
stop.
that's true. And when it happened, I was like, oh, well, but look, the simple
But he
fact
had
that
19 points in
Well,
his
Good-
first
good-
game.
Good
we
for
we
him.
would have
I-
heard
I-
about that.
You know what? I hope he gets a contract next year.
but the
I
simple,
don't care to talk
he
about
will.
it.
the simple fact that he actually was on the Lakers, though, that's actually what made that even to an actual story. If he would have been on the Magic or had this happen on any other team, and I actually said when I was at the bar, I was like, he's gonna have a good game. They're wearing the Kobe jerseys. There was way too much going on for in that night for him not to do well.
Listen,
I thought it was cool that Chris Paul.
This
was
could have been
nice
one
to
of
him.
our homies
Yeah,
playing in the G League that gets called up. We've known him for 15 years.
yeah.
Has never played in the NBA.
If it was one of our friends, I'd talk about it all day.
Gets
It's
called
not.
up. Well,
Nice story.
it's
Move
somebody's
on.
friend.
He
Gets called up.
He went to American
and
which
plays-
is DMV.
Everyone's somebody's friend.
And listen, scores
Except John Wall.
scores 19 points in his NBA debut at the
Yeah.
age of 32.
With
Come on.
gray hairs
I'm
That's
proud
all
of
over
him,
his
man.
head.
Looking
proud of
looking
him.
like Rolando Blackman.
I'm proud of him.
Rolando
Wow,
Black.
that's a good pull on
He
that
did
one.
look like Rolando.
A lot.
He actually looked a little bit like JB Smooth, just with hair.
Okay.
His shot's so weird. And
His
how-
shot was awkward and ugly.
So
You have
what is
the
la-
worst collection of jump shots on your team.
No, it's like the
The worst collection
when
of
his
jump
legs
shots.
split and he was
Yeah.
still like guiding it in.
He was like Salt Bay.
It was like he was throwing darts. It was like
He was Salt Baying out there, but they were dropping all net.
Oh,
and I
they
was
were
like,
dropping.
oh, all right, I can't hate on him if it's dropping net. It's his night. Look at this guy. What is this guy doing?
Dave's ODing on Chips Ahoy. He's like, he's talking about Andre
Dave,
Ingram.
how did you even get to that Chips Ahoy bag? I saw it and was like, not yet.
Not yet.
I'm not hungry enough.
So,
Not
Dave, what do you
today.
think about Andre Ingram? Dave, real quick, if I get him on the show, are you just not going to show up?
What do we have to talk to him about?
Dave,
He
that's
played for the
horrible.
Lakers and we did.
Exactly.
Good for him. Fantastic.
It's a great story.
Listen, I think it is a great story. It's nothing we're talking about, though.
That's horrible.
Why don't you want to talk about it?
I would
It's a
actually.
Laker. I hate all Lakers.
I would actually pay to see Dave say that to that man to his face.
How much?
Oh, Dave. Oh, Dave. I would
To
actually
say what? Great story, but I don't
No,
care.
no,
You're a
no, no,
Laker?
no, not great story because I know that's not what you just said. You said it's the I don't care.
He got a little softer
Yeah,
on
don't
that.
care.
He got a little
No,
bit
you know
softer
what?
on that,
He
didn't he?
No
backpedaled.
softness. I don't care. There it is.
Okay,
for
Andre
everyone
Ingram.
to hear.
Andre
I
Ingram
would-
sitting on that mic.
I would pay money to watch Sister Jean interview Andre Ingram and have Dave
and
watch
have
it.
Dave have to.
Well,
like,
you'd
that's
have to pay
pay-per-view.
me money to be here for that.
That's pay per
And
view.
you better
With,
move on that
with
quick.
Hulk Hogan on the TV in the background.
Sister
wrestling.
No.
Jean doesn't have too many
We-
more years. You
we-
better move quick.
Quan
Oh,
would
gosh.
Quan wouldn't even
He just
promote
killed
it.
Sister Jean.
Quan wouldn't even promote it. We would literally just say, "Hey, Dave, the show's at 7." And
I wouldn't tell
and
him.
spring that on you something terrible like, "Oh my gosh, we have Sister Jean." You flew in from Chicago. Dave would freaking lose it.
I'd leave.
Oh my goodness! And you would have to do 30 rosaries out the door. Like,
Listen,
Give him a
I
rosary.
wouldn't have to do anything. She's a human being just like the rest of us. She's just old.
listen, I'm going down to Fremont
Like
next week.
Andre Ingram.
I'm going to get an old 80-year-old lady and bring her up here.
oh my goodness! Oh, that's
He
Put
won't
her,
know.
put her in a Letterman in a wheelchair.
They all look the same.
no words. I won't even be pulled into that.
You
that
you
hornet's
interrupted me
nest.
eating a cookie. I don't even like cookies that much.
That hornet's nest does not have Joshua's name on it.
Yeah, anyway, I don't care.
And someone else that doesn't like cookies much is actually Andre Ingram. So you guys could talk about your hate for cookies when we get him on the show.
Oh,
Did Magic like cookies?
He has a cookie.
Does he like her?
I don't know. He liked a lot
Debatable.
of
He
other girls.
liked
Debatable.
a lot of other flavors other than cookie.
He liked a lot of other snacks.
It was some, oatmeal raisin.
Some of them were tainted.
Who has Magic kissed more, Cookie or Isaiah?
And then backs up. It's not good,
Wow.
Quan. Quan, you've had some
I feel
some
like I
trouble
should have taken the
tonight.
I don't
headphones off
care.
after that one. I feel like I should have just left.
I think the
don't
chain
care.
should have been maybe.
Oh man.
I'll take the chain for that. I don't care.
No, that was good.
All right.
That
So-
wasn't
That's
that
fair.
good.
So shout out to Andre Ingram.
Talking about Magic and Isaiah kissing. All right.
Just say his name, Dave.
It happened.
Isaiah Lord Thomas III?
No, Andre Ingram.
Irvin? Irvin Johnson?
And in WNBA news, we're very excited about this. The WNBA draft happened tonight. Did you miss it, Josh?
Well, we're sitting here, so obviously.
Well, it happened before.
Yeah, apparently so.
The Aces had the first pick.
Who'd we
Who
get?
Asia Wilson.
From South Carolina.
Yes, she is from South Carolina.
Way to go, Todd.
Wow.
She was like the National Player of the Year.
All right. Wait, you're always getting mad at us for not
I
caring about college women's.
women's athletics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know names. They haven't
Wow.
had. No,
you
listen.
can't even know. Where's Sarah
Josh.
Nichols when you
They-
need her right
listen,
now?
Listen, they
She's
haven't-
sleeping.
They,
She's
yes,
sleeping.
This is too late. They haven't.
Sarah, where are you?
They
Josh
haven't-
doesn't learn women's names.
They had no. That sounded so worse.
He actually said he hated the women's name.
No,
yeah, he said, I
I-
don't know any women's names. That's what you said, right?
No, listen.
Who's the coach for Notre
This,
Dame?
this year, it's Muffet McGraw.
See, so you do know some women's names.
Of course, I know that.
You
I
know
I-
white
I-
women's names, but you don't know a proud black woman's name?
Asia's black.
This is what
Okay, good for her.
Asia's black.
She could have been Asian.
No, she couldn't. Shut it down.
You don't name your kids your own country.
Oh no, that's African American Williams.
Josh,
there.
I know this is gonna sound terrible coming
She
from me.
could have been
There's not a
Asian.
ton of apostrophes in white first names. There's just not.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's true.
We're not
No.
known for the apostrophe.
No, only in last names.
No,
Like,
no Ladashes.
We're known for some real stupid like granola eating names, but no apostrophes.
Ryan.
There's a lot
Hunter.
of black guys.
Hunter.
Brock.
There's 2 rounds to
Wait,
the-
we did this before, and then I got in trouble for doing a post on Facebook about a black girl named Caitlin, and I had people call me a racist.
Because her name was Caitlin?
Yeah,
That's horrible.
because we make fun of that being like an extra
You've-
white girl name.
You've said way more racist stuff.
I
than
know,
that.
and that's why I don't get.
an extra white girl name.
Like
Yeah.
Amber.
Amber.
Amber is the
I
go-to
know a lot
white
of
girl
black
name.
Ambers.
No,
I don't know many. I don't know many black
I've,
Ambers.
I've met a fair
What?
number of black
I've met
Ambers.
one or two, but that is by and large like I'm
Mm.
Amber. That's usually the way that goes.
I think like Bridget.
Bridget's a white girl
Bridget-
name.
Bridget
That's
Strong.
the whitest girl name right there.
Bridget.
I've never met a Bridget.
You've never met a Bridget.
Josh, you could go to brunch with a Bridget. That's what you need to know.
Bridget and brunch. I like it.
Megan.
brunch with Bridget.
See, Megan seems like it's a white girl name, but
It's
I
not.
know
Megan
a
good.
ton of
Megan
Megan.
good.
I've known a ton
Now,
of black
granted,
Megans.
other than the famous example of Miss Houston, Whitney, that's a white girl name.
No, I know a lot of black Whitneys.
There's a
actually.
lot
Probably
of
because of
black
Whitney
Whitneys.
Houston, though.
They're
She was the first.
They're
She was Lance Armstrong. She was Lance Armstrong on that one.
Lance.
Lance is Lance grows.
Lance Stevenson.
Steve said Karen.
Karen, that's a good one.
Well, Steve's been on Karen. Listen, Steve, I don't know what he's talking about in most of the chat groups. He was talking about this girl Karen for like weeks or like all week, but I didn't realize it was like part of a Saturday Night Live skit. Like Steve doesn't give the build up to what he's talking about.
potato
I was so
salad.
confused about that.
Potato salad.
Yeah.
That was good.
I thought
T'Challa was good.
I thought it
with
was
that
an
one.
inside
It was
joke.
Black Jeopardy
It was
Oh.
Black Jeopardy, and
On-
T'Challa was like,
on Saturday Night Live.
I think I get this.
It was really good, actually.
Like,
yeah,
he's like,
hey, let's give credit to who passed that along to everybody.
was that
this
you?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's 100% me.
I mean, Hulu
I didn't
passed
click
it
on
on
that
me,
one,
but-
Dave. I'm sorry.
I actually saw it on Instagram. I didn't know.
Yeah, I saw it on Saturday Night Live.
Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of
All right, moving
Lot
on
of
real
names.
quick. NFL, Colin Kaepernick was talking to the Seattle Seahawks about meeting with them.
They talked to him.
He said that he can't give an answer if he's going to kneel or not for the national anthem, and they said we have to postpone our meeting with you. Colin Kaepernick is not going to be in the NFL again, so everyone
that's been
who
made clear.
wants him to be, and he's now maybe even just playing this part of the field, knowing that he's not going to get signed.
Well, he has the lawsuit. And I mean, truthfully, he should win, but I don't think he will because
He probably won't. And with the lawsuit, he's definitely not getting signed to, to an NFL team.
a little bit tougher. A little bit tougher.
So I think that kind of proves the point of
There's too much negative around it. Look, they all they did was cancel a freaking tryout, and look how much heat Seattle's getting for this. You know,
yeah.
like
It's
is it
heat
really
to- the
worth
sad
it?
part
Is that worth it?
Is it's heat to some, and there's sadly a good chunk of people out there who are like, good, show him.
Yeah.
There are. It's just a fact.
But it's this
Well, there's-
negative either way you look at it, whether you're pro what he stands for or not, or it's just negative.
It's what negative do you give
There's nothing
in.
positive.
it's
no
also-
one wins.
But here's the thing: what negative are we showing that does win? Because one of these negatives do win, right? It's the negative of we don't want this guy on our team, and one of the big reasons why the Ravens canceled signing him last year is because
it's more
the
fan outrage.
Exactly,
Well,
and that fan outrage caused some of the owners to be like, "Oh, we can't mess with that because of our fans." But there's other fans saying sign him,
Yeah.
and then there's fans saying not. So you're giving in to the, let's face it, the white people saying not to sign him.
Maybe, but I think it goes deeper than that. I think there is a football aspect to this because once you sign him, you better be real confident in your starter. Because basically
If he has to
the
play-
second I'm just saying what I'm saying is you're the second that your starter throws an interception, there's going to be a part of your fan base like, why is Colin not on the field?
Yeah.
Put Colin in, and then your quarterback's just getting drilled
And
for
then
no
you have a
reason.
controversy, which is usually negative I just don't see who wins by like.
Well,
It's
I
just
mean,
not a good situation for anybody.
to Dave's point though, like Seattle's a team that could absorb that. Green Bay's a team that could absorb that. New Orleans. He'd have to go someplace where there isn't that question.
Green Bay's fan base won't allow it.
Well, no,
Seattle,
no,
I would tell you,
no,
I don't believe in Russell Wilson like everybody else
well,
does.
no. But do you?
They're not going to this year either. Once they.
But do you understand what I'm saying? Like he would have to go somewhere where, to your point, the starting quarterback is not on God territory,
he
but
needs to go play behind
basically-
Drew Brees.
Yeah, like basically
Be
like
perfect.
how when Michael Vick was behind Donovan McNabb, nobody was like, take Donovan out. Like at that point, like Donovan still was Donovan.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like there was this outcry to start Vick, even though a lot of people still loved Vick.
Quan, why can't the 49ers bring him back? You guys love Jimmy G so much.
We got a quarterback that's not going anywhere for the next 15 years.
So, I mean, he's a
except
backup, right?
to the Super Bowl.
Why would you bring
lot.
someone back who opted out of his contract?
Yeah, because we were going to cut him anyways.
No,
should've
that
taken-
didn't happen though.
And
would've
so
taken
there's
that cut.
rumors
That's
that
when you were a 49er fan before, then you were a Raider fan, now you're back to being a 49er
no, I'm still
fan.
a Raider
I
fan
keep
because they're
track of
moving
it.
to Vegas, Dave. Just like you said, they're going to be your second favorite team too.
No, I didn't say second favorite. I said they get to Vegas, I have to be a Raider fan. I'm not playing this half in, half out nonsense that you play, where you
It's not
are
half
like
in,
Josh
half out.
with his 26 favorite teams.
Listen, this
he-
guy,
he
this
cut-
guy,
he
this
cut looks
guy,
at
this
me.
guy has teams from all around the country.
So what?
So you talk about people being bandwagon, but you jump on bandwagons like these have no attachment to you.
But
so that's bandwagon.
But have you ever seen me? You've known me for over 20 years. Have you ever seen me waver on any of my favorite teams for half a second?
I've had the same favorite teams since I was like 5.
Except for that stretch where you were going to be a Raiders fan. Then Jimmy G
still a
showed
Raiders
up,
fan.
and you're like a 25-year-old girl.
They're moving to
hoping
the
get, like,
city
a
I'm
date.
born and raised in. Of course, I'm going to
a
be a
date to
Raiders
brunch.
fan now.
Listen,
But are
Just
you
like
still
I'm a
going to be a
Vegas
49er
Golden Knights
But are
fan.
you still going to be a 49er fan?
Of course.
Listen,
That's garbage.
listen,
That's not garbage.
Listen, any person that holds on to the Bills this long, he's
But that's why it's so
he's,
easy.
He's
Listen,
without reproach.
Josh, if he would have won any Super Bowls, he wouldn't have let go of them that easy. They lost 4 in a row. They couldn't win a Super Bowl. That's why it's easy for
I'm
him
only
to.
letting them
That's
go
even harder.
because
That's why
I
it's
don't
easy-
live there. I live
That's why
here.
it's easy for him
I
to
don't
let
want
go
to be a Raider
when
fan,
the Raiders
but
come
I
out here.
will.
Whoa,
That's
are
the
you
thing.
are you letting go of the Bills?
Yes,
Oh no,
Yeah, that's
because
what I'm
I
saying. See?
grew up here my whole life.
No, that's a no go for me. It's a no go.
I think you could get rid of your
It's a-
team, but
it's a no go.
there's got to be like a rule. Maybe we should think
I don't
about
like it. I don't feel good about it, but
You should have to call.
if there is I am from Las Vegas. This is my home. If there is a team that plays professionally in Las Vegas, I was a Sharks fan. The second that they were the Vegas Golden Knights, I was no longer a Sharks fan.
It's a mistake. It's a mistake, sir. It's a
you can have
mistake.
2 teams.
No, you can't.
Not in the same
That's
division.
No,
can't have them in the same
They're
division.
not in the
right?
same
You can have
division.
No, they are in the same division. Yeah,
He's
Sharks
talking
and
about-
the Knights,
he's
yeah.
the
talking about
Sharks,
and
the Sharks and the Knights
No,
are in
I'm
the
talking.
same division.
I don't believe
I'm
in
not
two.
talking about that.
I
I'm
don't
talking
believe in
about
2 teams.
The
Oh.
Bills and Raiders.
Well, they're in the same conference though.
I don't believe in 2 teams.
I like okay, like I feel like you can have your team in whatever conference that is. Like I said, I used to cheer for Peyton. So I cheer. Peyton always stayed on the other side of the coin. I would always just follow his team
You
and
could
cheer
cheer
for his
for
team.
players.
it's a
But
unique
I-
situation
not
in
cheering
Vegas.
for
They
a
though.
team.
they weren't my team.
Like when I always been a New York fan, right? And then I moved here. We didn't have a team. College Reno, we didn't have a team. But I moved to Denver. I didn't become a fan of Denver sports, but I went to the games and just to enjoy living in a pro
but you-
sports town.
But
you know?
you weren't planning on staying in Denver for like the
Yeah,
rest of your
but
life.
if I did, I don't think I would ever.
assimilate.
But I can't say that though.
But you were moving to Denver. You weren't in a place where teams were moving to you.
and that's true. That's
So I
why
think
I
that's
think
a
it's a
little bit
unique
different.
situation
Yeah.
with Vegas right
Yeah.
now. And if you don't have that geography holding you to it, because I don't think Dave grew up in upstate New
I
York,
certainly did not, as you know.
you know, so the San Jose Sharks thing is maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
Question. But I think you need to do something
Listen,
to
if-
give away your team. Like,
And it's going to be hard. If 49ers and Raiders, or when 49ers and Raiders play in the Super Bowl in 2021, I don't know what I'm going to do.
John Gruden's going to be the coach of the Raiders. They ain't going anywhere near the Super Bowl unless they buy tickets.
Because he never won a Super Bowl.
He ain't winning another one,
Okay.
guaranteed.
All right.
with Tony Dungy's
That's the
team.
worst. That's the worst contract I have
that's
I have
that's
probably ever seen for a coach executive.
He'll be all right.
I'll say that it's a bad contract. But do you feel like you understand it?
No.
You don't even feel like you understand it.
What's there to understand?
I understand it from the standpoint of we have to excite two fan bases right now. Here. Wait before you jump on my back. They have to excite the Oakland fans that are still there, that they're trying to keep as many
And
of
this
them
does
as
that?
they have.
Or you can just say the
Sure.
Raider Nation.
Sure. Of course. You don't think okay, I'll say this, and I know that you, well, I can't say that I know, but I know that Quan and I have talked to a lot of people from Oakland in our cars, because the second they say I'm from Oakland, I'm like, oh, okay, how do you feel about the Raiders leaving? And I've gotten both. I've gotten like the vitriol of, oh, I'll never cheer for the Raiders again. And then I've gotten the, hey, you know what? I'm going to come to the games down here. So I know that they're trying to bring as many of those people here, as well as excite as many people that are in Vegas, because most Vegas people, let's get with it. If they're not a football fan of another team, they don't know a lot about football. So, okay, John Gruden's on TV. I know him from TV. He obviously is
Bad on TV.
No, he obviously knows something about something. So they just gave him $100 million. He must be pretty good.
Yeah.
He's won a Super Bowl. He must be pretty good. Everyone has wanted him the last
He's a big
10
name.
years. Like, since he's left, think about it that way, Dave. Every head coaching position that has been filled, someone has said something about John Gruden over the last 8 to 10 years.
And for him to wait that long and keep waiting,
Yeah.
built the mystique even more.
Yeah.
You have a stupid owner who paid stupid money
Well,
His
For a
haircut, though.
for a guy that is
they have
no
matching
longer
haircuts.
for a guy that is no longer John Gruden. You have to after winning with Tony Dungy's player. What was his record?
No,
he was a
wa-
500 coach.
Yeah, he wasn't good.
You're paying $10 million a year for a
For
500
that.
coach who's
No.
been in the booth for a decade.
Very true.
That's a good move.
No.
In what world?
No.
It's not like you're talking about like when people would bring Bill Parcells back. You're like, okay, that's a lot, but I could see it because Bill Parcells wins everywhere that he goes.
Yeah.
Except Dallas.
I think a lot has to
No
Still
do
got
one
to
was
the playoffs.
And then Tony Romo happened.
Well, no, Jerry Jones will
Jerry
never,
Jones
will
also
never
happened.
win again. He'll never win again.
Well, because he got too ahead of himself. He got too ahead of himself.
Jimmy
the first
Johnson.
time.
Jimmy Johnson made that stuff happen.
Exactly.
All right, and real quick, Vegas Golden Knights won their first ever playoff game. I wish we
Nail
would have
biter.
went to
Can
the.
you see if my team won, please? Because I didn't get the alert on my phone, and I'm kind of freaking out.
You're freaking out. And
Keeping
I
the
wish we
suspense.
would have went to the thing before the game. It was, bro. Can I look? Can the website load?
You got me nervous.
Can the website
you're like
load?
going, and then you're like, oh, I'm
The
just not gonna tell.
Capitals-
It's 3-3. Overtime.
Incorrect. 4-3. Lost in overtime.
Oh, they just
Put it
just
on.
Updated. Yeah, they just lost 4-3. Anyways, but on a better note, the Vegas Golden Knights won a really good game against the Los Angeles Kings. First playoff game ever. And like I was saying, I wish we would have went to the party because Logic performed for free out there. He's a
Pretty
rapper.
cool.
Yeah. There was
Do you
a lot
know
of people
I've
there.
never heard one Logic song?
I can't name a song either,
He's
but
pretty
it's pretty
dope.
cool that they gave a free concert.
Yeah. But it was
Quan,
huge.
you
There was
just
a
like
lot
him
of
because
people
he's white and you're racist.
there. I actually don't like white rappers.
You're a white rapper
I know, and I never liked white rappers.
I don't like myself. It's self-hate.
who uses Evernote.
You don't use Evernote?
No.
I do. I didn't actually respond, but I do.
Wow, that's a
Dang,
deep cut
Josh
right
got
there. I like that.
impressed. It's not even that deep.
Freaking, we're
It's
winning,
Evernote.
dude. We're freaking winning before I got off the couch, Quan.
It's not
Before
my
I
fault.
got off the couch.
Blame Dave. He wanted to do a nighttime show. And
But
Todd.
I did.
Todd's the one.
It
Wait,
start-
Todd's the one that requested a nighttime show today.
Well, I always request a nighttime show, so I mean, you knew that was 2 votes right there.
I just asked. And
Steve's like, I can't make it unless I cancel my basketball practice, but I got basketball practice from 6 to 8.
but
If something
he's been
happens-
talking the whole time in the chat.
Well, not the whole time in the chat, also for hours before, constantly. I just wanted to be back to him and be like, hey, how could your players stay locked in if you can't stay locked
the
in
kid-
long enough to get off the
Oh.
phone with
The
us?
kids are just doing in layup lines and wind sprints the whole
Hold up.
game. Practice.
It's a 7-game
All right, y'all,
series, Josh.
two suicides.
It's a 7-game
No,
series, bro.
listen.
You did lose at home, though.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
in overtime, you played good.
No, I don't need overtime.
But it's okay.
Like,
The Capitals have a really long history of doing well in the
Oh.
How many? Stanley
oh,
Cups
but
have they
those
won?
Sharks.
He's a Golden
All
Knights
right,
fan
then.
now.
Oh yeah. Oh, because it was easy to let go of those Sharks.
Have the Sharks made it to a Stanley Cup
Yes,
Finals?
they have.
Have the Washington Capitals?
Yes,
made it
we
to a Finals?
have.
Yeah.
Don't blame me.
What were our results both ways?
Both of us got swept.
There you go. What does it matter?
Hey, but I got swept by the daggone Red Wings though. little different. I got swept by a historically good team.
All right.
That's enough hockey, apparently.
Yeah, it's trivia time. We got to close out the show, so we're going to close it out with some trivia.
Let's get it out.
We're going to miss the ungood news segment. Bathroom hand dryers suck up fecal matter and sprays it on your hands.
I don't even
New
need to
study
talk about
reports.
that. I don't use those hand dryers.
Neither do I.
What?
Bathroom hand dryers, those hand dryers that you they suck up fecal matter and spray it all over your hands.
How are they sucking up fecal matter if you've
Where do you
washed
think
your
the air
hands?
comes from?
No, but you've washed your hands.
Where is it at? It's in the bathroom.
You've washed your
What's
hands.
floating through
now
the
you're
air?
drying your hands with fecal matter, so now you have to wash your hands again and dry them with a paper towel.
Well, I guess
Well,
no more
well, paper
accelerators,
kills trees, so you're damned if you do.
Rather kill trees than kill me's.
So now trivia.
That's
Can I
tragic.
just say one thing?
Go ahead.
Go back to Vegas
The
Golden
fecal
Knights.
matter? Oh.
No, Vegas Golden Knights real quick.
We're proud.
It's been so cool this season, especially towards the end of the season as the playoffs are happening, like wearing a shirt, and it just feels like a sports town a little bit. Like
Screw your Vegas Golden Knights. Freaking Capitals lost. I have nothing to say about any of this anymore.
It's cool. There's like a
Wow.
vibe. People are like give you head nods when you have the shirt on or you see a jersey, and I just think that's really cool. Like
Oh,
I've
God.
never felt that in Vegas before.
Yeah.
Maybe when you're in the sports books during Super Bowl and March Madness,
there
you see
was-
someone with a similar
there
jersey.
was a
Yeah.
But like it feels
there
good.
was
and
a
it's
team
like,
in the early '90s, and I think you got here right after the Running Rebel fever stopped. But it was like that back in the day with the Rebels.
But
we
here
haven't
they only
seen
like
that in a long
Here
time.
they only like winners. Like we're still gonna be wearing Golden Knight gear, win or lose.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Maybe.
But most of these people, that's all their tickets are gonna get sold and everything else.
when
with
when
it-
Quickie
they win
actually
it.
wakes up, he already woke up. He gave up one goal. One goal. If you guys are struggling to score one goal for the whole series, Theo Fleury is gonna buckle. I
well,
just
we're
want
not
you to know
struggling
that.
to win games, so we're,
Marc-Andre Fleury, Theo Fleury played for the Flames.
Thank you. You're
Yeah.
welcome. Good job. Good job twice.
And Golden Knights are up 1-0. Capitals are down 0-1.
Yeah, to
So-
Columbus no less. Ugh.
Yeah, to
Whoa.
Columbus.
Well, I didn't want to play Torts anyway,
Blue
just
Jackets?
because Columbus Blue Jackets.
Okay.
They were
Don't like them.
What
just,
color are
just
their
by
jackets?
location.
what's that?
What color are their jackets?
Anyway,
Cool.
Torts is always, ever since he was with the Rangers, he's always given us problems. So I actually wanted to play the Flyers, who apparently looked like they were gonna get fried. I wanted to play the Flyers or the Devils because I knew we would just run through them. The Blue Jackets always make me nervous. So they were the number 3 team in the division the whole year, and then they slid the last month and then slid right into 7. And I just hate the way that the hockey playoffs are formatted.
So what's our trivia today? Hey, and you guys need to
4-3.
turn your phones around because
No.
other people will give you answers.
I
Josh?
listen. Oh, for Todd to say that I actually
I didn't
actually-
say anything.
no, you did say it. It was you.
That
It was
was
you.
me.
It was
What?
you that said it.
No,
You
I
That
said
was
you said I looked at Josh's
I didn't
video.
say that.
And
Yes, you
you
did.
did say that.
That
Actually,
Lorelai stole your phone and made a comment under your name.
yeah.
What are you talking about?
It's all right. It's all right, Todd.
Then Calvin's,
wasn't gonna say anything.
Calvin's cloned your footage.
I have no problems. But yeah, no, I don't look at it. So I didn't look at it until after that question had
You
been.
did it?
That was like 3.
No.
You said it. I didn't. I'm getting blamed for something.
No, it was you, Todd.
Todd, am I pretty?
I've had Todd blamed for stuff for 30 years.
It was you, Todd.
You do have a long list of stuff that you have put on as Todd stories that are really you stories.
None of them. All right. Today's trivia, because 2 coaches in the NBA got fired, so there's 2 teams without a coach, who are the New York Knicks.
Technically, there's 3 because Prunty has only an interim title that will definitely be removed as soon as the Bucks are out.
Definitely. So we're going to play a trivia game. This is going to be maybe an easy game for Dave.
Thanks.
So I'm not sure if he could play.
I'll sit out.
Everyone should play.
Everyone
I will
play.
sit out of the game and I will only answer if they don't answer. How's that?
No,
No, you got to
play.
play. So
You play.
you got to put your hands on the table. None of this stuff that you guys were pulling last.
Who's you guys? My hands were on the table.
You guys were all like,
Steve was hovering.
yeah. Well, he didn't get any
No,
right.
I started here. You know.
Yeah, you weren't even hovering. You were just. My hand was like basically up. My hands were on the table.
It's pop culture.
No, it's NBA coaches.
Can we go to 3 or 4?
I'm gonna name. We're going to 5. Win by 2. I'm gonna name the coach. You name the team.
Well, so some coaches
Okay,
coach
let's do
multiple
it.
teams.
Is this
Let's
any,
just
is
say-
this
let's
any
get
and all
running.
eras?
Let's get it
What's that?
running.
Is this any and all eras?
Let's get it running.
You know what?
Any and all eras, or is this
All right.
current?
We're
current.
taking too long to get this going. Let's
All
go.
right, I just needed to know the rules.
Dave just wants to win.
Dave, yeah,
no,
Dave's
it's
got it.
coaches this year.
Oh, Dave's.
So I'm gonna name the coach. You name the team.
Yeah, that's not fair. But it's
Okay.
I mean, a lot of these are just.
Let's
speed.
go.
Quiet down. I'm gonna mute your mic. A lot of these are just speed. Like we know some of these coaches, so you just who's faster. You know what I'm saying?
So we raise our hand, you call on us, or we blurt it out.
nah,
Ray's call.
Yeah, whoever
Raise call.
raises their hand quicker. All right, Nate McMillan, Josh.
I don't know.
Wow, Dave.
Indiana Pacers.
As soon as you said Nate, I was like Portland, and I was like, that's wrong. That's
Yeah.
where he used to coach.
Negative
did.
1 for Josh, 1 for Dave.
See, I can't even
Going
keep
up to
score
5.
for us now.
Former Sonic.
All right, Brad Stevens. Wow,
Boston
you guys gotta be
Celtics.
faster.
Well, you got to say, all right, and then go, and it's like, oh, I wasn't ready.
Are you ready, Josh?
Well, that's why the hand needed to be here, but it's all right. Now this is the left hand.
Why do it?
It's my left
You-
hand.
you
My
use your
arm's
hand.
longer
No,
than
because I got
yours.
tissues here.
My arm is longer than yours. I have to go further.
Fine.
Wow, you guys.
We're fine. Go ahead.
It's like kids. Scott Brooks.
I've got this.
Josh.
No, I
he got
had
it.
that.
Josh went up a little faster. I was
No,
looking
he
up.
did
I was
not.
looking up.
No,
Just
he
give-
did not.
He beat me.
Josh.
No.
Can you give Josh?
I,
Josh.
No, I will
don't
not give
need-
him
I don't
anything,
need- I don't
Washington
need I don't
Wizards.
need any pity
I will
stuff.
not give him anything. I definitely was faster.
Wow.
This he doesn't have the he does have the handles. We're screwing this back. All right, now let's do it. I'm all right.
All
I'm
right.
good. Now the elbow's not flexed.
You ready?
Yeah.
Kenny Atkinson.
I beat them on that too. The Brooklyn Nets.
All right. Joe Prunty.
Milwaukee Bucks.
That's
That's
5.
Dave
Is that
Yeager.
5? The Magic?
Sacramento
no.
Kings.
Oh no, I was gonna say.
Jay Triano.
This
Is
a
it still
joke.
me?
Yeah.
Phoenix Suns.
I don't know half these coaches
That's 7.
anymore.
Brett Brown.
Got that?
It is the Sixers, but he knows.
Quinn
No,
it.
go for
Snyder.
it.
The Jazz,
Dwayne Casey.
the Raptors,
Terry Stotts.
the Trailblazers.
The Knicks.
No coach.
No coach.
No coach. Good job,
Will be
Josh.
Jerry Stackhouse.
Jay Wright.
Unopposed.
Jay Wright
Unopposed.
from Villanova.
Jay
You
Wright
wish.
is not going anywhere.
You wish.
Listen, and I give Knicks props for going after Jay Wright.
We'll go after anybody. It's
But-
New
but
York.
Listen, that'd be
that's a smart
great
call.
if they can get him. Jay Wright's not going
He would
anywhere.
be a fantastic NBA coach.
It was bad.
Do you think so?
I believe so. Yeah, he plays the right style.
Not with the Knicks.
He ain't going to the Knicks anyway.
They
True.
destroy everybody.
True.
They destroy everybody.
That's career. That's career. Career suicide.
Steve Huff Jr. on Facebook Live said, "Why does Dave know everything?" I don't know, but some of this is common knowledge. Like the G League came from the D League.
Dave, give us some G League coaches. Oh,
Jerry
that's-
Stackhouse.
Give me somebody else.
Y'all know any?
Oh
G-League
yeah.
coaches.
All right.
Jerry Stackhouse is my one.
Hey, he got
Hey,
one.
He got one. He got one.
He got one.
I've got
He won't
nothing.
be for long.
I got
Yeah.
nothing.
Um,
What's
If
his
I
name?
think about it, I'll probably come up with one or two more.
The Trailblazers G League coach used to be dang, why am I blanking on his name now? Used to be the coach at Finley. But
Okay,
he's not there anymore.
that's a good stat to end the show.
There we
with.
go.
Thank you guys for tuning
Trivia.
in. Trivia, Dave won
Dave
2
is-
weeks in a row.
You could have let me not play on that one.
Listen, next week is
Yeah.
pop culture trivia. I wanted a pop culture one, but I did this quick one.
It's got to be a little more narrow. Pop culture is really wide.
Well, it'll be pop culture.
All right.
Well, give us a couple like baselines.
I don't know yet.
No baselines. Come
No.
strong.
Pop culture could go from CNN to
I mean,
Cardi B.
What do we
that's
usually?
that's a long range.
I mean, I had bad rap, which we're gonna do that next week. But
Oh, I got one for you on the bad rap.
21 Savage on a Cardi B song. Wow.
Yeah, that's or one. I heard one of Cardi B's songs, and I was like, I defy any of us to be able to say what words she was saying.
Yeah. Anyways, yo, we're here every Tuesday and Thursday, mostly Thursday, sometimes Tuesdays. Got to make that money. You know what I'm saying?
That's tragic.
So until we start getting sponsors, we got to be out there and drive. But
Very true.
yo, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Download the Guerilla Cross app. Subscribe to all of our podcasts. If you want to sponsor, hit us up. Music at GuerillaCross.com. And we will see you guys next week. Todd, Josh, Dave, thank you.
Pleasure to be here with Todd for the first time forever.
Really?
Really?
Oh, yeah. You guys usually aren't here on the same
No.
show.
Has it not been here for a minute?
No.
Maybe not.
We usually got like a one white guy quota because Quan doesn't count.
He's Italian. Todd's Italian.
I'm just white. Just a mixture of white.
Dave's mixed with German and white.
Yeah, just yeah. What are the white countries? Just all of them.
All of them.
Irish.
All of them.
Peace.
Iceland. How come we don't meet a lot of people from Iceland?
I've actually had a couple rides from Iceland.
Don't lie.
I have.